Coming to the JR's Gaming Podcast on October 25th. The Pokemon Arceus debate.
We're going to start the debate in 3, 2, 1.
The execution was absolutely The storyline is about as understandable as the flat earth theory.
By your opinion, it seems like you never want the franchise to change.
But saying that the whole game is and giving a main reason of graphics are bad when you know that the gameplay is a big part of it as well because it's something completely new is quite a jolting opinion.
I can't believe what I'm hearing.
No, listen to what he's saying.
An absolute scam.
Why are you arguing to two people that played the whole game?
This episode contains swearing. Listeners' discretion advised.
When people say, "Oh, you can't just talk about the graphics," it is like a thing to talk about because you see the graphics everywhere you go.
Available wherever you get your podcasts and on YouTube at the JR's Gaming Podcast.
Now, for the first time, I'm going to disagree with Liam.
Really?
You're clearly brainwashed by Pokemon Arceus.
Your opinion is wrong. We must accept that and move on.
Eli, an opinion is an opinion.
And I've never met someone with more wrong opinions than you guys.
Shush! Ladies and gentlemen, the time is up, the day is here. This is the official Pokemon Arceus debate. I'm your host, Jude the Dude, and this is the first ever Clash event to be held on the JR's Gaming Podcast, and a long-awaited one at best. Of course, this is also one of the largest collaborative events we've ever done. Before we introduce the rivals, let's talk about this debate. Pokemon Arceus, a start to a new series in Pokemon gaming history, taking us back in time to when humans and Pokemon were not established as good neighbours, and the tragedies that unfold with that. Some argue it's the worst game to ever come out of Game Freak's mouth, others think more positively. Today, the two sides will clash in the hope that we come to the conclusion, is Pokemon Legends Arceus, or Arceus, a good game? Now, let's meet the rivals. Going against Pokemon Arceus. This debate features none other than the king of ranting, a trash talker who takes his job very seriously, a YouTube streamer and a host to the JR's Gaming Podcast. I should say co-host actually, but RoanRants. Welcome to the debate.
Guys, I'm here to prove alongside Judah how unbelievably horrendous Pokemon Legends Arceus is. What a waste of 40 quid.
Thank you very much, Ryan. He is joined by a sarcastic British streamer and Nintendo content creator, a fairly good actor I would say, and of course, yes, I am a podcaster. My name is Jude the Dude. Today, guys, I'm just here to prove how unbelievably shit Pokemon Arceus is, and possibly is the worst game to ever come out of Pokemon game history, but we'll discuss that later. Me and Rowan are here to destroy your hopes of getting this game at all if you haven't already. On the opposing side, trying to prove the game as a good and definitely worth it sort of game, we have an avid Pokemon expert, a certified Pokemon Arceus fan, and Law Noah, the Pokemon trainer himself, Liam. Welcome to the podcast.
Hi. I'm the one with the correct opinion.
Yes, the correct opinion you say. Joining him is none other than Nintendo music producer, winner of Nintendo Music Wars 2023, the man who has produced some of the best Ace Attorney music remakes, Eli Turp. Welcome to the debate, Eli.
Thank you. Happy to be here. I'm more just here to make sure you guys don't kill each other, and also to prove that Arceus is better than you say, but not as good as Liam says.
Okay. Elijah is also a mediator, as you just heard, making sure things don't get out of hand, which they probably will. At last, but definitely not at least, we have the award-winning guest of the year. The JR's Gaming Podcast 2022, you did win that, by the way. Stardew Valley fan, a podcast guest, and Liam's loyal bully. Beth, welcome back. It's your first time on this year. What do you want to say? You're here in the debate. Well done, mate. You made it.
First of all, why was I last?
Because you're last. Deal with it.
Why? I literally won the best guess. I am the best guess.
It is true. Let's just talk about that. How do you feel? You won the best guess. Everyone voted for you.
I mean, I can see why.
You can see why?
Okay, we got to you.
No, I don't know why I'm here, because I've never played it, but hey.
But you're here.
Yeah.
I think you can class you as a mediator as well. But anyway, overall opinions on Arceus, guys. The game of Arceus, of course, will start before we actually do the debate, guys. I thought we'd just, because it's a long-awaited thing. A lot of you guys have been wanting us to do this because me and Roan came out and said how much we hated the game. Of course, there's a lot of you that like the game, and you want to see, you know, a fair debate between two people that like the game. So, of course, we've had Liam on, and Liam likes Pokemon Arceus. In fact, Liam wrote an email to us explaining how much Liam loved it. So, anyway, and we hate it. But so we decided we'll get Liam on and we'll discuss it. And of course, Beth is here as well because Beth is Liam's friend. And of course, Elijah's just popped in as well to make sure everything works. And he's also going to give his side of things. But anyway, let's start with opinions. I think, first of all, before we move on around the room, the Pokemon Arceus was... It was a good idea, first of all. You know, they were starting something new in the Pokemon series. They're going back in time to when, you know, Pokemon just started, you know, like before everything started. They went back to like the Sinnoh region. You know, it was a good idea, but they've messed it all up. Not with just performance, but the most generic storyline you could ever give. I mean, look at the fucking start. Like, you're spawning into space, and you've got the god Arceus giving you a fucking iPhone, and then you
phone.
Right, Rowan? Can't talk. No one can talk in this bit. Anyway, and then
Sorry,
you get
mate.
the Arc phone, and okay, listen, that's just the start of the game. But anyway, the game is really, really boring. Not to mention the appalling graphics, but I'd say it was definitely not worth it. It looks like a spin-off game made by a mod that didn't know what he was doing, but and it ruined Pokemon for a lot of people, including me. And if someone was new to the game, then they'd definitely be very sad to see that, and they probably won't like Pokemon at all, if that makes sense. But Rowan, let's move on to your opinion. What do you think of the game and overall? Let's move on to you.
Well, one thing I will say is respect for attempting to make an open world Pokemon experience. Right, like that was a good idea. However, the execution was absolutely shit. Right?
Yeah.
The performance is as if I'm playing on my nan's 2005 Windows Vista laptop. The storyline is about as understandable as the flat Earth theory, and the NPCs in the hub village seem to have not discovered walking yet. Now, so that should be reason enough that it's not a good game. But I'll save the rest till later because I've got a lot to say.
Liam, what have you got to say?
Oh no.
I think it's enjoyable because Pokemon tried something new, and while it might not be the perfect game, it's a good start for the future of Pokemon and where they can go with it.
Moving on to Elijah, what do you think of Pokemon Arceus as a game?
I think, okay, yes, graphics are not good. Yes, the main story, like being isekai'd into the world from Arceus with a phone, it's not great, but the gameplay itself is fun. I think, they're taking a step in a new direction, which will work better in the future. And, like, the music's great, the characters are really good. I think overall, it is a good game. It has its flaws, but they will learn from that and pick up in the future.
A lot of flaws to say the least. Beth, of course you're here. You just spawned in, you know, but what do you think of the Pokemon Arceus game from what you've heard?
I think some people will enjoy it, which is valid, and some people won't, which is also kind of valid. But I mainly agree with Liam.
Because Liam will destroy you if you don't. Anyway.
Would you like me to send you a script? Would that be more helpful?
Okay, well, you know, without further ado, I think we should, of course, get on, because everyone's ready, I'm ready. But before we debate, we must make sure everyone has a fair say and explanation. No interruption, which will probably be very hard, but we'll see how it goes. Remember to keep to these main points of the debate: performance, storyline, mechanics, isn't it, and if it's worth the money. We're going to start the debate in 3, 2, 1. Clash. Liam, what do you want to say to us?
Okay. First two questions. How much of the game have either of you played?
I'll say I've watched, first go with me, I've watched probably watched all the game. I've watched everything. I've watched the entire gameplay through. So I've pretty much played the game. I have played the game, probably about 5 hours of it. Yeah, my friend's Switch. I have indeed. But you, Ron?
Yeah, I also played on my friend's house because he had the game, and I can't.
Yeah, we know the story.
It was about an hour. I'm pretty sure it was. I can't remember at what point in the game it was because it was his save file. He just let me play the game for a bit, but yeah.
Oh.
Question for Judah immediately.
Okay.
You say you've watched the whole game.
Yeah.
Did you watch the post game?
What happens after the game?
Yeah,
No, it ends.
but
after,
the post game is better than the main story.
that's
I
not the whole
told
point
you
of the
like
game.
5
Okay,
times.
yeah,
the game,
okay,
no, watch
the
the
main
post-game.
game is the Pokemon Arceus game that we're
That's
buying.
what-
But
yeah,
you
that's
still
what we're
play the
saying.
post game, bro. Like if you're playing the game, you still play the post game.
Well, you get to explore the shitty world with Roblox graphics.
Yeah.
There's the characters.
trees
There's still
disappearing.
more
It's
story
it's
to
hard
go on.
looking.
Oh my
If
god.
it was a
Well, the
bad
shitty
post game,
So what? I'm going to play through all that and then get to the end game and be like, oh, woo, I've got
Yeah, now
the
I
good
can
bit.
enjoy the
Then you're
game.
gonna get to the end game, and then you can be like, hell yeah, this is so much better than what I've been doing already.
So wait, the game has to be okay. Wait, hold on. Time out. So for the game to be good, you have to play past the main story. That's
Yeah.
it
the
about
game is already good.
That's
Okay.
it.
Performance
Yeah.
runs at 30
That's
FPS
about
and then
the
drops
game.
even lower. How can I
Exactly.
enjoy that?
Dude,
How can I enjoy
Dude, during
that?
the cutscene, it was 19 FPS. 19.
30.
Oh my
My
god.
mum's Samsung smart fridge could run this game. It's so
Roan's
low.
Box is going to be gone after this, genuinely.
Look, come on. Let's
This
just
is
come on, guys.
already-
Just get,
Can I ask my
Liam.
second
Liam,
question?
how can you play it? Okay, yeah, go
Oh.
ahead.
Okay, my second question. What are your guys' opinion on the other Pokemon games, like Pokemon Violet, the newest one? Do you have an
Okay.
opinion on those?
Valid point.
Yeah.
I do think that the Pokemon Scarlet and Violet's incredibly like the graphics, not the glitches. It's
Yeah,
really bad.
I'd
It's
say
really
that
bad.
as well.
But it's better. It's way better. They've still done better.
Okay.
Like,
I think
they've done
Scarlet and
better.
Violet-
They have done better with graphics wise.
And
Yeah,
now I get-
storyline
and now
wise.
I
It's
get
actually a
to call
Pokemon.
you-
Hold on. I think Scarlet and Violet is quite buggy, but
Yeah. But here's the thing: we are
Still
talking
better.
about Arceus here. We're not talking about
Yeah.
other Pokemon games because I think we
Yeah,
have a
let's
lot
not-
to say about other Pokemon games.
Yeah,
Yes,
but the
let's
reason
keep
I'm
to
saying
this.
this is because you've been comparing it to other games and other Pokemon games
Yeah.
whilst talking about it. So I'm just bringing up the fact
Mm.
that saying that Pokemon Scarlet and Violet runs better, completely wrong.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
Pokemon
do-
Scarlet
I
and
do-
Violet
I
runs
do- that's one
absolutely
thing I've got to
bad,
agree on.
way worse than Legends.
It does
never
run
said- I
worse.
ne- yeah, I
It's
never
been a
said
problem
that.
with Pokemon. Let's all
And
agree. It's a
the
problem.
graphics are also worse than Scarlet and Violet.
Yeah, they're
which is
much
saying
worse.
something.
No,
Which
but
is
no,
saying
yeah,
something.
No, but here's the thing though. No, compared to like the terraforming in like Arceus, like if you look at the mountains, if you look at the ground, if you look at the blades, like even the NPCs don't have any. Let's just. I don't know where to start. Right.
dude, there's
Because-
so many things
If
to
we,
say.
okay, we'll go through the storyline as well because I'm sure a lot of you want to know what we think of the actual story and it's sort of rambling about the performance, which is shit. But yeah, there's also comparing it to other games. We do compare it. I just find the other games more enjoyable. Like they've still got more things to do than this, right? But anyway, I would say first of all, let's talk about performance. You know, first starting point, performance. Can we all agree it's the most shittest performance I've ever seen? Like,
Shit.
look,
It is
come on.
shit.
look, like Pokemon also glitch into trees. That does happen in other games. But
Dude, Snorlax was literally floating in the air.
he floats in the air,
Like-
yeah. It's 30 FPS, right? That's really bad. Like, and this is a game that came out after Breath of the Wild,
Mm.
right?
Bro,
Which
this is what I'm
was-
saying.
Yeah.
Arceus is a 2022 game. Bro, Breath of the Wild was literally a launch title and it has better graphics than this. Like, how does that even... You can't fathom it.
Also, the outline of the characters have like hovering grey unfinished design lines, and there's no voice acting at all. There's no even sounds. Like
Bro, there's no voice
NPCs
acting in any Pokemon game. What are you
Yeah, I
saying?
can say that.
Yeah, that is true. But no, they've only just started doing the sounds like
No,
you
they
know, and-
haven't.
Yeah.
yes,
Have you played Scarlet and Violet?
yes, they have
They
the
don't make
sound.
noises.
Oh, okay, fair. No, they do. They do.
No, they don't.
Oh,
They
Wait,
don't
hold
make
on. I'm
noises.
confused.
Okay, fair. No, they should. Okay, fair enough then. If it's not a thing they do, add. But okay.
Cutscenes
Okay,
are
that's
always
cool.
awkward in Pokemon because there's not a single sound in it other than like people walking.
Yeah,
I do
and
think...
Oh
that,
yeah,
like-
hang on. Let's
on.
let's talk about the walking then. Why is it there's no? Why
Oh, yeah,
NPCs don't walk?
I said this, I
Oh,
said this
no.
at the start of my thing.
Some
the
of them do.
NPCs,
Yeah, I was gonna
No,
say
they
you're
all
just being
stand
loud
on
and
it.
wrong
No, some of
because
them
they
do.
do walk around.
Yeah, there are guards and townspeople that walk around.
Yeah.
Why are you arguing to two people that played the whole game? I think they know.
No, I've seen the whole game. I've
Yeah,
watched the
okay,
whole
and
game,
yet you
pretty
have
much.
somehow
That's not
missed
playing
pivotal
it.
points.
Yeah, I
at the
did. I
end.
watched the postgun. That is true. That is one thing I missed. But hang on. The people, the NPCs just glitch into place as well.
No.
They glitch. You can't even see them when you're walking up to them. That's
Yeah,
a
but that's kind of just a lot of games in general. But what I'm saying is the thing about them walking around,
Mm.
the people in the town do walk around. You can go up and talk to them whilst they're walking around. They're not just static people.
I saw that though. When I was playing, they were static. There was no one walking.
Yeah, there's some of them
I-
are static, but some of them walk around as well, like most
It's a
games.
mix of both, yeah.
Yeah.
That's weird. That is weird because I generally haven't seen anyone walk around, and I've played like 5 hours of it. I've got proof. 5
Yeah, but
hours.
when
of
you-
it.
that's you're,
And it was
you're probably-
boring. I couldn't.
When you're
Like,
playing the 5 hours, you're probably playing in
Yeah.
like either most of your time's going to be spent in the buildings or in the open world area.
Yeah,
catching
there's way
Pokemon.
too many tutorials at the
You're not
beginning.
going to be walking through the town watching people walk around. That's not really what you're looking out for when you're playing the game, because you're looking for the enjoyable part, which is catching Pokemon.
But yeah, you got to catch 3 Pokemon to register in the fucking
Registered
Pokédex.
Pokédex. Yeah, that's what I was good, bro. Who?
Like,
Who
and
thought
also
you
they've
don't?
got you do. You got to catch more than like one, and you got to see them doing different things to
No.
get it registered.
Yeah, that's
No,
just the
you have to catch one to register it, and then there's the extra little things to complete its Pokédex. But that's just collectible things.
But
You
that
actually
just
have to
seems
do it.
like they've added that just because they're bored.
Yeah.
no,
No,
it's,
you
that's,
should-
that's
you should
called
collect-
gameplay, bro. That's called.
They even
Yeah.
missed out Pokemon from the original Sinnoh Dex have missed out certain Pokemon.
No, they haven't.
No, they
Yeah,
haven't.
Wooper. Where's Wooper? He was in the original Sinnoh Dex. He's not in there.
I don't think Wooper's Gen 4.
He is.
Whooper isn't.
No, he
I
is.
think
Whooper's Gen
Whooper's
2.
Gen 2, yeah.
But he's in the first. He literally is in the first
but he
Sinnoh
comes
Dex.
from
Okay, yeah,
Gen
but
2,
this,
so why would he be in the
comes
Gen
from a
4
different
region in the
region.
past?
This is a prehistoric, like, this is an ancient times kind of place. Why would they then
Wooper would
have
be
all
in
the
Gen 4
migrated
was
Pokemon?
because it like migrated, not because
Yeah.
it was born there.
Oh, it migrated. I got you.
It was
I got you.
born in Gen 2. It was born in the what's it called?
Johto region.
Thank you.
Yeah.
It was born in
Mm.
the Johto region, and it must have migrated to Sinnoh, but it wouldn't be there in the past because it wasn't from that region.
I got you. I got you. Well, here's the thing, right? I think the game is incredibly boring. The reason that adding that in, trying to catch 3 Pokemon to register in a Pokédex, that's just boring. There's no fun in that. I didn't find that fun. That's not Pokemon I love and knew. And then come on, the graphics also. I know I keep bringing the graphics up.
Sorry, I'm going to interrupt you
It's a
really
good
quickly.
point.
Sorry.
This
sorry.
is a good point. Hold on, one thing before you say that.
Okay,
Elijah.
okay.
Yeah.
Graphics. When people say, "Oh, you can't just talk about the graphics," it is a good. It is like a thing to talk about because you see the graphics everywhere you go.
Mm.
So when the mountains are literally like you can see the polygons in it. Then I think that does
Yeah,
matter.
you can
So
count the sides.
You can literally count the sides. Where there was a small puddle of water, and it was a hexagon.
A hexagon. You can
Like-
count the sides of the hexagon.
But anyway, say what you were gonna say.
So I was just going to say, because you just said catching Pokemon to register in the Pokedex.
Hmm.
When's Pokemon ever been about that? Ever since the very beginning, Pokemon's always been gotta catch them all.
No,
You
exactly,
catch a
I know.
Pokemon, put them in the Pokedex. That's how
Yeah,
it's been.
yeah, but catching one at a time, and then registering them in at once. I don't like how you got to see them doing all this rubbish and then
You don't have to, though. That's an optional
That's just to
thing.
perfect it.
Yeah.
optional.
It's
not. You
optional.
have
Yeah.
to.
No, you don't have to
No, you
optionally do
don't.
anything.
No, but when you caught it in all the other games, it was just that was it.
Yeah,
No,
because
here's
it's the future,
yeah,
bro. It's the future. We are the first
Yeah,
ones making the
future.
Pokedex. So
It
they
gives,
are.
it gives you more to do as well. Like
Yeah.
if all you have to do is just catch them all, that would make it really boring because it's very easy to catch Pokemon in this game. You just walk up to it and throw a ball. That's all you have to do. If that all it was catching every Pokemon once, it'd be boring. But they give you extra to do.
Hmm.
The only reason you have to do that stuff is because if
So-
you do well on the Pokedex with all Pokemon,
So wait,
you can
one-
get the shiny.
Let them
That's the only
talk.
reason to
okay,
do
hold
it.
on.
Yeah, yeah.
Wait, hold on. One thing. So does that mean all the other Pokemon games are boring because you only have to do it once?
Yes, in my opinion,
What?
the way they switched it up has made it more interesting.
Yeah, I agree. I think.
Before
Yeah.
you just
What?
before it felt like a
I can't
chore.
believe what I'm hearing.
No,
Before,
listen to
it
what
felt
he's
like a
saying.
chore- before it
Listen,
felt like
listen.
a chore to go around catching every single Pokemon just for the sake of filling in the Pokedex. But now it gives you a reason to, because you can catch them and fight them to complete the Pokedex. Like you can do things in battle to complete the Pokedex whilst also completing another Pokemon Pokedex. You can do it all in a good amount of time. You can do it while shiny hunting. You can do it whilst just looking for items or completing the story. You can do it passively. You don't have to go around and individually search out rare Pokemon in specific patches of grass for like hours on end because it's like a 5% chance of finding it.
But hang on,
It
wasn't
gives-
that what people liked though?
No,
about
no one ever really likes filling the Pokedex. That's the kind of thing that people find
Yeah,
boring and
People do
tedious.
it for the shiny
No,
part.
actually, I
no one
disagree.
does
I
I find-
disagree as well. Yeah.
I find it fun to fill in the Pokemon. I
So
like.
you find it
the-
fun to waste
Yeah, the
hours of
rarity
time.
of the
Dude,
fight.
this-
Yeah, I
This
think.
is the
no
the
one else
one
is-
thing that I have an opinion on though.
Okay.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Beth.
The fact that by your opinion, it seems like you never want the franchise to change. Like it has to move on from what it's always been. Like you're saying, oh, I love the older games. I want it to stick to that, but then there'll never be a future. People won't keep buying the games if it's the same one over and over and over again.
I agree with you. No, we should definitely make new series of Pokemon games. Like I said, Pokemon Arceus is a good idea, but how it's
But
presented,
the execution.
the execution of the game was really bad, putting me off it. I genuinely don't want to buy it. I really was considering buying it. I mean, I've got still loads of points to talk about, but
Yeah.
I literally wanted to buy the game to stream it and see what I thought. Actually playing it, I've watched most of it online, nearly all of it, not the post game. but I just generally don't want to waste my money. It's literally so the graphics put me off. That's 80% of the game, if not the whole game. Graphics.
If you can't
How
look
the
past the
the
graphics to
mechanics.
see anything else, though, then that's a problem.
It's
Like,
inconsistent,
That's
and,
what I
and
was
it's,
gonna
it's
say.
depressing to look at. Honestly,
And
the
besides
flying
the
Pokemon
graphics-
fly at 2 frames per second.
Yeah, I will say as well, the skyboxes are terrible. Like they're really low quality. They move like you can see them move like jolting
Yeah.
across the sky. It
Yeah,
looks
that's when
really
you're
bad.
too far away from them. If you're close to them, they do, but if you're far away from them, they do that, which I do agree on is really weird and jolting to look at. That's weird to me.
I'm
I
glad we agree.
agree. No, I agree with you on the graphics point and all those things. I'm just saying you're placing too much faith in the graphics of the Pokemon Company for a game
Yeah.
We do have other things, by
for
the
this
way.
game. Well, I'm just saying that your main point so far has been graphics are bad, which I agree on. But I think the fact that they did something new and the gameplay is interesting and they've done so much fun stuff with it has made it more enjoyable. That you can look past the graphics. You can still critique it and say, oh, the graphics are bad, I wish they would do better, and say that and then hope for better in the future. But saying that the whole game is shit and giving a main reason of graphics are bad when you know that the gameplay is a big part of it as well because it's something completely new is quite a jolting opinion to me.
Okay. What about? Okay, let's talk about the gameplay then.
Yeah.
Let's talk about the story.
Okay.
Why do you like the story?
The story is like Elijah said, is a bit iffy until post game. Post game, there's more fun stuff to do, but I still think Pokemon hasn't made a good story in their games since Black and White, in my opinion. Like Black and White is my favorite Pokemon game, love it. So Black and White too, but I can't kind of similar games. But either way, they've been my favorite games because they had a really interesting story. But the story isn't necessarily bad because it isn't amazing. I think it's kind of just average, like most Pokemon game stories are. You're just being picked by God to do its task of catching all the Pokemon, which is basically what you're doing every other Pokemon game. So you're being picked by Arceus this time, not the Pokemon Professor. But this time you're in a prehistoric land where people are terrified of Pokemon, and you're the only one who really knows what you're doing because you're from the future. So it feels more like you feel more in tune with the character because you know what you're doing and you're kind of teaching these people what's going on with Pokemon, which is why you have to do the thing in the Pokedex showing like catching a dismount or using these moves because they don't know about these Pokemon. You're teaching them yourself. Which I think is a new something interesting to do. So that's like its own separate story, but the actual story is still pretty fun. The whole thing with the whole space-time rift, like fucking up the world, it's like interesting to me that it's like now go around solving problems for people because it's been messed up.
Oh, I'd say that's a pretty good reasons why.
So I'd say the story's.
I would say the storyline is really confusing. Like there's just all over the place a lot of the time.
It's repetitive to me because I like. Sorry, I was like, with the game, right? I find it a bit repetitive because it's to me it was long. It's like the characters that would just give you long, draggy explanations for things you didn't need to know about. Like they kept on bringing up the fact that Pokemon are terrifying and dangerous. Yeah, we know.
Yeah.
They keep on bringing it up. And this is for kids. Like
Yeah, but that's the thing. You're in the past where they are terrified of it. That's going to be what happens. And also with the whole thing about the long explanations and stuff, you're in you played the tutorial stage of the game. So you're going to be in the long explanation part. That's the same in every Pokemon game.
For the first time, I'm going to disagree with Liam.
Really?
Because although I've watched like a lot of the gameplay and have played the game as well, I do think they bring it up too often. Like it is a bit repetitive with. It's not just in tutorials. Like even like Irida at the volcanic island, whatever. She's talking about like Pokemon are so scary and this and that. They're always saying it, and I get it. It's the kind of vibe of the game. But at that point, you don't need to say it anymore. We already understand.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like, if
there's 5-year-old John who's like just loves his Pikachu. He's like, oh no!
But hold on. Okay, well, that's to be fair. But you could like debate that though, Judah. Like, you can't just think of the kids all the time.
I think you're overestimating how much they're going to care about you saying that.
Look, it'd be fine if they just didn't have to bring up so many fucking...
I know, but I do agree with that. I do agree that, like, they bring it up once, we know, fair dues. Like, if you keep bringing it up, like...
And they make it have red eyes. Okay, look, let's talk about let's talk about alpha Pokemon, shall we? Like the red eyes.
Please do, actually. I want to
yeah. Right, alpha Pokemon are a scam. That's my take. An absolute fucking scam. Look at them.
I disagree. Who would have thought?
Okay, who would have thought?
Let's see. Okay,
the stats are exactly the same as a smaller Pokemon. They're just bigger. I've seen that firsthand.
Okay.
Yeah. What's the point? Why?
This is something I agree on. Okay,
I want to hear Liam's point though to that.
Okay. So, the whole point of this game is that it was doing a realistic take on what Pokemon would be like in like the actual world. Like, so some Pokemon interact differently. Some attack you, some run away, some like disappear because they don't want to be near humans. That being said, in real life, you see how there are bigger and better Pokemon, not Pokemon, bigger and better animals when there's groups of them that are leaders of the pack. That's what alphas are. The red eyes thing is just for dramatic effect. It doesn't actually mean anything, but alphas are just meant to be the like peak performance animals in the Pokemon world because they are leaders of the pack. They're the alpha Pokemon.
Okay, but why?
If they're the leaders of the pack, they should be stronger, not bigger.
But what's the point in making them stronger? They're bigger.
They're just
They're
hold
bigger
up.
and they're harder to beat
They're
when
not
you
usually
fight
just
them.
stronger. They're usually just
But they're
bigger
not.
and better.
But their stats are no. That's the whole
But
point. Their
hang on.
stats are no different. That means that if you just fought a generic smaller one, it'd be just like the
Hold
same
on,
as fighting the big
thing,
one.
But one thing, the red eyes, like, I've got a problem because why are they in there if they're not necessary? You just admitted that they're just there for dramatic effect. They're not necessary.
But it doesn't have to be necessary for them to do it. Like, yeah, it's for dramatic effect. It looks cool, and so they did it. You know, even in the menus, when you pause the game or when you're changing your Pokemon, the red eyes shine through the background.
I disagree.
I think is cool.
I think they look silly, especially on certain Pokemon.
It does look a bit silly. It does. The Snorlax was ruined
Yeah.
for me.
I don't get that because to me that's one of the most iconic things in Pokemon Legends Arceus, the large Snorlax, because it's like the first alpha Pokemon you're going to encounter.
Yeah. I feel like it can look goofy on the smaller alphas,
I
but on
agree
the
with
larger
the
ones, it does fit and it looks fine. It
But
looks
like also,
good.
it makes it easier to spot. Like alphas are something that you
Yeah.
want to collect in the game. It's a 5% chance of any Pokemon spawning as an alpha. Like there's static, well not static ones, but there's like ones that are placed in purposefully. But then any Pokemon when it spawns in has a 5% chance to be an alpha. And the only way to spot that is through the red eyes. Or if they got rid of the red eyes, you'd have to look at it.
Yeah,
And
well,
like,
they could've
Yeah,
used
you
it
only
to
really
check.
have the music to know. So that's the thing.
But
They could have made it like.
the red eye. Yeah, they could have done something way less like.
They could have seen a bit better. I don't know. They could have like made it shine or something.
Yeah, like a glow around it. That could.
Some
you
did
mean
have
like
a glow.
shiny
over it.
Pokemon?
I've already done that. Yeah.
Not literally shiny, but like like glowing. I don't know. Here's the thing, right? Okay. Also, my problem with the encountering alphas, right? So it's inconsistent. Some of them you have to walk up to them robotically in front of them and then have a battle with them. Others you need to sneak up on them, and that's good. I like sneak. It's a wild encounter then. But other times it's not a wild encounter. You can't sneak up on them.
But the thing is, as well, is
That's
that
inconsistent.
I'll add something to
Mechanics.
that. I'll add something to that. Is that sometimes you need to, if you're in a bush and you're trying to hide, the Pokemon can still spot you sometimes, and I think that should be fixed because if you're in a bush, then like they shouldn't be able to see you.
You're trying to hide, obviously.
But yeah, I mean,
No, wait, no. I've got one thing to say though. I'm gonna say one thing. The reason why I would say the whole game is bad though, is literally because of the inconsistencies in the mechanics and the graphics and the storyline being generic and it's too much bad stuff for me.
Can I ask how the storyline's generic though? Because I haven't played it. So what makes it generic?
Like literally,
it's just
spawn.
every-
Ryan, go ahead.
I mean, I'm just gonna put it in like blunt terms. But I'm just gonna say it's literally just every save the world.
You're
sort of, like,
chosen, the
things
chosen one in
happening.
space.
It's just every one of
Yeah.
those ever, basically.
It's just very
But you-
generic to me. Like,
yeah.
because this is the first ever Arceus Legends game to exist. Why have they made it so like just the general chosen one storyline? You spawn into space. You're given a flipping iPhone, and then you find the Arc phone. Like what?
Oh
name
yeah,
did
that's a
the
rubbish
Arc
name.
phone. Like how silly have you got to be to name it the Arc? That's just so. Oh,
And I get that it's called that because of what's it?
The
It's called
Arceus, yeah.
But like they could have, it's not a good name. It
no.
sounds like something made by Fisher Price for kids.
It is
like,
a kids game, but yeah, I get what you're saying.
Okay,
It does sound.
no.
it does sound
Hold
like
on.
goofy
No,
as
I'll
hell.
take
No.
issue with that because this is an excuse that people use all the time. Oh, it's for kids, so it
Then why
doesn't
do
matter.
they make it have red
That's
eyes? and look
that's how
evil then,
people
right?
defended the
Yeah.
Mario movie. They said it's a kids movie, so you can't say it's bad. That's not a good excuse.
I'm not saying it's not bad. Like I'm just saying that's why they did it because they don't really care about the writing when it is a
When
kids.
you have an
game.
opinion on games like this, you have to take into account the fact that it's a kids game. It's not an excuse for anything, but it's a good enough reason that you should realize that some of this stuff will be dumbed down for kids, so it has to be put in there.
Yeah,
Also,
I still, I,
you
no,
just
hang on.
don't
I feel
know.
like, hang on, no. I actually disagree because I do agree with what
Yeah.
you're saying, but
I
I
do
feel like
too.
the Legends Arceus is for more of the avid fans like us that are not kids, because like kids just like the generic catching Pokemon, completing the gym battles. This is going back in time. The more avid fans are going to want to play this because it's going back in time. If they should at least take into consideration that it's quite more of a serious take on it. They could have made it such a better game than
Yeah, because
it
it's about
already
the
is.
lore, and
And
I don't know about you, but I don't know if little Johnny like really cares about the lore. So
Yeah, but I've got a feeling this is more for the fans. This is more for the
Yeah, but
actual fans that
the
aren't
kids are never
5-year-olds.
going to care about the lore, so they just won't read the stuff. They'll just play the game as it's intended. They'll just go around.
Isn't that what the
catching
game's
Pokemon.
about?
Yeah, exactly. This game is about the lore, though. If
Yeah.
you don't,
Yeah,
if you
but-
don't take the
but-
lore into consideration, this game is literally shit.
Yeah, but as a
But also
kid, you
some
still
of the
But
enjoy
you've been
fans
it.
saying
do
yourself
like
the
it.
story and the lore is shit. So
No, the lore isn't shit because we like the lore, right? But 5-year-olds don't care. Meaning this
Yeah,
game wouldn't be that
so
fun
they'll
because it's literally
they'll
not
play the
actual
game,
Pokemon.
But they'll,
which
yeah,
is
they'll
not
still
actual
play.
fun
The kids will
part.
still play the game.
I don't think I would like it though.
The running around
Like-
catching Pokemon by throwing Pokeballs, that's more interesting to kids than running up to static Pokemon, getting into a battle and throwing Pokeball. It's going to be more interesting that they get
Isn't
to
it?
run
Aren't they
around
hidden in the
and explore.
grass? Aren't they? They're not just standing there. I don't think.
No, they're invisible. They're visible to catch now, which is good.
Yeah,
Wait,
but like,
wait,
what I'm
wait.
saying is like...
Is that in the new one, Scarlet and Violet?
Yeah, Scarlet and Violet.
Yeah,
they
yeah,
run
yeah.
around again.
I'll-
It's a
I'll
new
say-
game.
Okay, well, I will say I disagree with that as well then, because I like it when they're hidden in the grass. So
I mean, that came out
that-
of Sword,
that does
came out of
sound
Sword and
That's not
Shield.
realistic, I don't think.
That came out
Sorry?
of Sword and Shield.
wait, hold on. I want to hear what Liam said.
I said I don't think that's realistic.
What in the
To say
grass?
they have to stay in the grass at all points. Some Pokemon are literally like 5 times the size of people. How are they going to be hiding in the tiny grass patch on the ground?
Yeah, I guess so. I mean, okay, yeah, that's a good point.
I mean, if you're hunting for Pokemon, I actually not. This is where I agree with Liam because I did like the mystery of like Pokemon jumping out at you, but I found it very tedious because you could bump into the same Pokemon 7 times. It's like
Yeah,
you
if
know.
you're looking for a specific Pokemon with like a really small chance of being found, you're just running around in grass hoping that's going to happen.
Yeah.
But
yeah,
in the games where they're
that's
actually outside now, you can run around a large area and like look for it rather than having to just stay in one 4 area grass patch.
Yeah,
four area.
okay, I guess I'll agree with that then.
Yeah, exactly. But the thing is, though, the thing that makes the game just not worth the money for me is the fact that it's bad to look at, and the storyline for me is a bit. I just don't understand. I mean, I understand what people would like.
It reminds
the game.
me-
There's always opinion. I just don't understand why you would say the storyline is necessarily really good. I don't know what your view. Like, 'cause it seems that you like the storyline, and like Elijah
like I
likes the
said,
storyline. I don't think the storyline
Yeah, and I
is
know
that
the
special.
storyline, and I think it's
average.
all over the place.
Yeah, I said it's very average. It's not special in any way. But
it's
it's
a very quintessential Pokemon storyline.
I feel
Okay.
very in
That's
the
it.
middle of opinions right now.
Well, you can say if you want.
You
Yeah,
can say what you
that's
want.
it. Well, I've got one. Okay, what do we think of XP share? Because like when in
Oh,
in
that was
recent-
stupid. They should
Yeah.
never turn that off.
Yeah, it was that one thing that really annoyed me. Also, natures. If this Pokemon game is also a lot about Pokemon being, it's a lot about their nature. Because be honest, you're coming out to wild Pokemon. The people aren't established with them yet. They're enemies, really. Why is there no natures? They've got the stats. They've got the.
No, they've got natures. They don't have abilities.
Yeah.
That's what I mean. Abilities. That's it.
Yeah,
They've
but
got no
that's,
abilities.
I get like there's a weird change to do, but they did change a lot of moves, a lot of ways like status conditions work.
Yeah,
They did try and revamp the competitive scene just for this one
Yeah,
game.
It's changing the battle. It's changing battling entirely. That was the thing. They
Yeah.
brought it back with Pokemon Scarlet and Violet, but for Legends Arceus, because they switched up so much, they also changed the battling quite a bit. So abilities just didn't translate to the game very well. Some abilities are just gonna like. I can't remember which ones I was talking about, but there's a few that if they were still in the game, it just would clash a lot with like the way it works.
Yeah, like
so
for the
just-
Legends games, it makes sense to not have abilities because there's so
Does
many.
it
I
though?
wish I wish they'd kept them, but I understand why they didn't.
Okay.
That's fair, that's fair.
Okay, it's a fair point, but then again, it's like let's talk a bit more about this like, sort of stats thing and Pokemon stuff. It's quite inconsistent, right? One thing that annoys me is you got to release them individually. There's small things in the game that you may be like, it's just petty, but
You don't have to.
You can mass release them.
once you've filled up 4 boxes though, that's when it allows you to. And it's
No.
more than that. You have to fill up how
No,
many
you
passes
can
you
just
got to fill
you
up.
can release as many as you want from the
Yeah,
game.
you just have to.
No, because when I played it, this is from my experience, right? I had to fill up at least 4 pastures, so you have like a hoarding problem, and then before you can actually start releasing them.
No, you
But I
probably
had-
just missed the button.
And also, you can't
no.
mass.
It
you can't
tells
mass
you-
release them. You can mass release Pokemon. Is that actually
Yes.
true?
yeah,
So you
Yeah,
can like,
basically
hold down a
what it
button.
is-
And,
When basically what happens is when you get in the boxes, it will tell you if your boxes are filling. If you're out catching Pokemon, it will tell you when your boxes are filling up, and then you have to go back and release Pokemon. But to release them, you just click X and then you just select all the Pokemon you release, and then you click X again, you can just release all the ones you selected.
Damn, so that actually is an option for that.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, that's fair enough. But okay. So let's talk about open. Right, let's talk about the open world. Right. One thing I don't like. Yeah, look, we all know we all love a good open world game. Let's be honest.
Yeah.
I liked how this game is the first sort of Pokemon open world game. You don't have like freedom to explore. Well, this is my experience. You don't have much freedom to explore it all during before the post game, which kind of puts me off. For instance,
You
because
don't have freedom to explore.
That'll
until you
put a
get
lot of-
most
But here's
of
the thing, because like there's
Yeah.
a guy in the cave. Let's talk about the guy in the cave. Like it makes you walk through all the cave. I tried to fight the bat. It's like, oh,
Yeah, it
Because you
doesn't
can
let
go
you.
back and
It
fight
doesn't
it.
let you.
You can
yeah, but
go
it
back
lets
and
you
fight
later,
it afterwards.
Yeah, but
It's like 2 minutes
But it's like
later.
you're being led through the cave.
I like. Yeah,
It
but
was a
it's like it's
cutscene.
so
It was
boring.
like you had to listen to him
Yeah,
talk.
that's it.
Like,
I didn't like it. There's
Oh.
too many cutscenes. There was too many.
oh my
It's like they ran out. They ran out of ideas, so they decided to make these long, stupid cutscenes. Like when you went to show, what's that guy called that you went to show your Pokemon to, so you can like check them
Pokemon on the
out.
van.
Yeah. You have to interact with him, then select an option to then show me. You can't just get it out. It's Pokeball.
It takes like 10 seconds, man. Like,
Yeah.
You can
It feels
take
like you want it to be
1.2
really
seconds.
simple. This is my point again.
Wait, are you?
It should
wait,
be.
what?
Hold on,
No,
hold on.
it shouldn't
What
be
are you
so
complaining
simple
about
like
right now?
you're
Sorry,
brain
Reece?
dead playing the game. Like,
Yeah, but then Are we brain dead? Keep on doing all these options.
No.
Just like, oh, I've
I
got to do this,
could
talk
be
to him,
wrong.
talk to
Isn't
cutscenes.
that-
Like, it's like a musical. I hate musicals. Too many things. Too many
What-
cutscenes.
Can I
You
just
know,
ask? The thing about talking to Professor Levan, what was that complaint? I didn't understand.
When I played it like 2 years ago. When you show them you're supposed to show them the Pokemon so he can check it out or something in the village. You know the main village. He stands there. You have to go up to him because you can take your Pokemon out of the Pokeball, right? You can take them out, yeah, and put them on the ground. He looks at it. If you do that, you try that instead. It takes like 1 second. He looks at it, but no, he can't check it out like that. He can't look at it for you like that. You have to talk to him. Like, doesn't he have to do that? I forgot now.
You
Yeah,
have
but
to
yeah,
talk
That's
to
like
people.
okay. That is the weirdest complaint about the game I've had.
Social
in a while.
anxiety.
yeah, you're trying to use one
Hold on.
mechanic.
I'm talking about
Hold on.
cutscenes because it's a cutscene that plays. I don't like that. I don't
Yeah,
like
but the
how
thing
it's
is
cutscene
that
for
I
one
don't-
small detail. I don't
What I
like that.
don't like about similar to that is that when you can take a Pokemon out of its Pokeball, but it just sits there. You can't. It doesn't follow
You
you.
can't
It
interact
would be
with
really nice, and you can't. You just look at it. You can't pet it. You can't.
it.
But it just stays
No,
there.
you
And I
can
You can
talk
talk
to
to them.
follow
Yeah,
you.
talk to them. Yeah.
Okay, but
You can
why doesn't it
talk-
follow you? But why doesn't it follow you? It just sits. It just sits still. When you get far
Because
enough away,
they didn't want to make it
Because it's
follow you in this game. I
relaxing.
don't know.
Like what?
Yeah, but why?
Let
That's
it
so.
be.
I
Let
still
it
don't understand why we're
It's
condoning
a
this
lot
game.
of effort to make
It's
a
not
Pokemon
fun.
follow
But
you.
you
Yeah,
can't
the
just
Pokemon-
say. But you can't just say, "Oh yeah, they didn't want to do this." Like it doesn't. You know what I mean?
But
That's
if you
not-
think about it logically as well, if you had your Pokemon following you the entire time, like it does in Scarlet and Violet, it would just be attacking every Pokemon, which doesn't translate to Legends Arceus because,
But why would it be doing that?
Because
Because-
you'd be under a threat all the time.
yeah, every Pokemon attacks you in the game pretty much. Well,
Yeah.
most of them do if they feel threatened by you. If you have a Pokemon out, you're going to be getting into
But
fights
is
every
that
2
constant
seconds.
though? Because well, doesn't that depend where you are? If you're in the hub village, then it's not going to get attacked, right?
Okay, but would they really put all the effort into making that mechanic just for you to walk around in the village?
No,
Yeah.
I'm not saying that just the village. I'm using that as an example of like where you.
But that'll
can
be
get
the only
attacked.
place you could really do it, and it'll make sense.
Yeah.
So
Wait, so okay, hold on 1 sec. So there's Pokemon just everywhere. So you
Pretty
can't
much.
go 2 seconds without getting attacked.
we didn't say
Pretty
2
much.
seconds, but like, yeah.
Oh, well, it
Maybe
wasn't 2
it just
seconds, but
doesn't
like.
want to follow you. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, but that's annoying.
That's my.
Yeah, I know.
Sorry about that.
Maybe it just
Alright.
wants to sit still for a second. Have a little bit
Give
of
it some
time
rest.
to relax.
No,
That's not.
no. Oh
Some
my!
people don't like walking. Some people
It's
don't
just
like.
such a. It's such a different game to me, and yeah, it is. It's Legends
People get
Arceus.
surgery, then just have to go on a walk down Watermead.
But bro, for a first Legends Arceus game, for the first one, it's supposed to be the start, the debut of this new series. I really cannot say it's a good game.
I think you're
Purely
looking at it
because
more
of the-
like
But that's also
No, you-
exactly
Because you
what
just
it
can't
is. The
enjoy
first
it because
game
it's
of-
depressing to look at.
Yeah.
It's
Nah.
I know,
depressing.
it
But like
is,
that's
it
saying, that's making a good point there. It's the first game in the series, so of course it's not going to be the perfect one
It's the
instantly.
first game
But
in
it
the
can't be
series.
that
start.
bad.
It's true.
Hard
To be
It
to
can't be
fair,
that
work.
bad.
But I mean, there's a lot of first
It's-
games where in
it's good.
part of the series where they were good. So
I know, but
That's
I
what I'm
think
saying,
You're,
I just
you're viewing it
That's my
backwards.
split
You're,
opinion. I feel like
backwards.
Backwards.
I think you're
Oh, yeah,
trying to make it seem like, oh yeah, the first game should be the best one and be the pinnacle and be like the
Yeah.
opener.
I'm not saying
But
No, no,
really,
no,
they
not the
have
best
to
one, just
learn
put
not
effort
the best.
in.
first.
Not the best.
And
Not
they
the
make
really-
best.
mistakes, but they're working on it. You know.
I know, but it's literally it literally is so bad. Like I just can't. I mean,
But that's
this
also
is the
good,
meme that is
because
known for
some
us. But
people
the
do like
grass,
it as a first game.
the grass.
Okay, but it's not just
Bro,
grass.
touch grass, honestly. If you're going to talk
that
about
is
grass,
the
go
I
for
grass.
it.
can't touch the grass. It's just literal shards. And look, okay,
Okay,
let's talk
wait.
about the
Yeah,
NPCs
like, you can literally
look
see
so
the
bad. You can literally see the unfinished. Like they've not even finished the NPCs. Like I know, but it really is the graphics that ruin it for me. If the graphics were better, maybe I would actually have something else to say.
But it
You know,
isn't.
But like,
storyline,
you
maybe
grew up on Wii
graphics.
games. How are you complaining about the graphics? You grew up on
Because
like,
it's
Nintendo
Because it's
2022.
2022.
But it doesn't
Come on,
ruin the
mate,
game.
reality check.
Okay, yeah, it's
Oh,
not
no,
bad.
they're echoing.
Like, it's not like good for the time. Yeah, obviously, bad
Oh
graphics.
man,
yes,
it's
we all
really
agree.
bad for the time.
We
Okay,
all
okay,
agree.
a
Bad
game should
graphics,
be.
bad for the time. But it shouldn't
bad for
ruin
the
your
time,
whole
exactly.
enjoyment of the game. Like,
Okay, but
It does, though. It does.
that's a you problem.
I said
That's
to
not
you-
a game
Only
problem.
problem. I'm not the
Calm
only
down.
one who thinks this.
Hold on. One thing I said at the very beginning that we didn't really elaborate on was the performance. So, like frames per second, render distance. Now, I'm going to say something here. That the draw distance is terrible. Things just pop into view all the time. At least that was my experience. And
That
that for me,
throws snacks at a
that for me,
Pokemon
hold
to
on, we'll
calm
get
it
onto that,
down.
Judah, we'll get onto that. But that for me, when things just in the distance pop in, it ruins my immersion of the game.
Yeah, it does. But I mean, the reason I do understand that you'd be like, well, games do that in the past. Yeah, but that's the past. It's not the past anymore. We're in 2022. We expect better than this. I don't expect a literal 2001 game to come out in 2002 when there have been better games than this.
I understand
But that's not
that,
just
but
that
it
point, 'cause
shouldn't
they're saying it's
ruin
also
the
the
game for you.
future.
It does ruin it though, because I don't like playing those down graphic games. To me, when I go back to an old game, right? When I go back to an old graphic game, I'm still like, the graphics are shit because this is just weird. Like I'm used to playing, more better graphics, but I still enjoy it for the nostalgia. This is not a nostalgic game; it's a brand new game. It's on
I
the
guess
market.
that's where we
I've got no tie
differentiate
to it.
because I really don't mind about like old graphic games. I'm happy to play them anyway because the gameplay is fun.
Yeah, but
I
is
can
it meant
look
to
past the
be? No,
graphics.
hold on.
The gameplay's
Okay, you
not
said
fun,
that,
no,
but
I'm
like,
sorry.
okay. Let me say something. So you said you don't mind playing old graphic games, and I agree. But the thing is that it doesn't seem like it was intentional this time. Because
Oh,
like
yeah,
when
obviously,
2D games
yeah,
come
yeah.
out, okay,
I wanna
when
make
2D
a
games
back
come
up,
out, when 2D games come out, they're made 2D retro, right? This was a 3D Pokemon game. They didn't mean to make the graphics bad.
I felt like I was playing a bit of Monster Hunter as well. Like you got it has like the move in it where you do like a forward roll to escape the Pokemon. Well, that's
Yeah,
just in
dodge.
Monster Hunter. That is literally the
Okay,
dodge.
so you're
That's
saying
literally
Monster
Monster
Hunter
Hunter. They
invented
copied
dodging, yeah?
Monster Hunter.
No, but there is a lot of Monster Hunter elements. But
Yeah,
in
you
my
throw
opinion-
snacks at the Pokemon to calm it down. Like if
Yeah, you
someone
do.
annoys
That's
me,
something I did.
I don't want them
If
to
you
throw a
snacks
can
in,
of
throw a
baked
count.
beans at my
You
head.
don't calm them down. You distract them.
It's
Yeah.
a distraction.
Yeah.
Wait,
It
but
doesn't
then
Throwing
calm them down. They're
snacks.
still
It,
angry. afterwards.
it zooms in on the bag. When you like launch the bag, it zooms in slow mo.
And it's the
As it
same
glides
cutscene
through
every
the air.
single time. They reuse the
It's
same
just-
cutscene. It's just a different Pokemon.
It's like a different cutscene. Like,
I
get
just think
buried.
Oh,
because
you
there
meant
are
the- you
really
meant the-
small details
oh,
in the
okay.
game.
You know when you had to
What?
throw a bag of food at the Pokemon?
I didn't realize you meant those boss battles. Yeah.
No,
okay.
yeah.
Fine,
That is
fair
so
enough.
silly. I
Yeah.
can't. But
Yeah,
this
it
is
is
a
fair enough,
Legends
because-
game.
If someone,
I
okay,
don't
what's
think-
your favorite food? If someone threw that at you, would you just sleep? Would you calm?
Like it's not even just the favorite food because when you throw it, it literally like releases a puff of smoke. So it's obviously not just their favorite food. It's like
And
an
it's more
aroma. It's more of
trying
an
to-
aroma thing to calm them.
Yeah, release the energy, then actually like literally feed them. You know.
Yeah, it's not. You're not throwing like a berry at their head to like calm them down.
No, but that's
These
what
teams
literally
like
happens.
You're throwing an amalgamation of things they enjoy that's been made into some sort of like powder to calm them down.
They literally
Think
call
about
it a
It's like-
balm.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
the balm
exactly.
is
Like,
oil and
it's
things.
it's
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 not
like
Think
an
about
oil
like
thing.
incense and stuff. People use incense to calm themselves down. It's like an incense, like bag of incense you're throwing at them to
Oh
calm
my
them.
god, they
and
got
stuff enjoy.
anxiety like me. Wait,
What?
So we're gonna throw a bag of salts
I
at you, then,
like the
Beth. So
game
how are we gonna
now.
enjoy it?
I'm on the side.
No, but it's just silly. I can't. Like you're throwing. I'm sorry. This game is just. I'm trying to find. Like, Ryan, can you agree with me? I'm trying to find something that I can be like, yes, I'll
Yeah,
buy this
okay,
game. But
I
there's nothing in my mind that makes me want to pay for this.
Honestly,
And I don't understand why you guys think that like. To ignore the graphics and be like, okay, well, I can
I
enjoy the game
think-
because it
There's
ruins
certain
it.
things, but there's certain things that they.
It's just like a podcast
Wait,
episode.
but there's certain things
Like,
that could have easily, like for example, the
mechanics,
moon. The moon is literally just a white circle. Like, was it too much to ask for them to just put a JPEG of the moon in the sky?
No, hang on. Mechanics.
Wait,
though,
sorry,
guys.
wait, what?
But you didn't hear me.
No, I'm confused. When has the moon not been a white circle?
Okay, no, but what
He
I'm
means
saying
like
is
he means
that's,
like a
what I'm
detailed
saying is
moon.
that's all.
Yeah,
That's
detailed
all there
moon.
is.
Yeah.
And the
Oh.
sun, yeah, that's all
Pokemon
it
Moon's
is.
got better graphics.
Have you ever looked up in the sky and the moon's just been a white circle? You can see
Yes.
the detail on the moon. You can see it.
Yeah, without my
There's
glasses.
no detail.
Or when-
Maybe
when
like
it-
a detail, you know?
when
Just
it's-
look
when
at
it's
the
cloudy,
moon.
it's light
It's
pollution.
literally
can't,
any
but,
other
like, I get
game.
the point.
I want to hear what Liam's saying.
No, I'm. Does it? Wait, sorry. I'm just gonna look it up real quick because I swear there was detail on the moon.
All they do research.
Not when
We're
I
really
played it.
checking this out.
No,
My
I'm not.
voice is progressively
I
going.
swear.
Pokemon Arceus
The
Moon.
sun is just a yellow circle. Like it's not. It doesn't.
And
look
yeah,
bright.
I know, but I swear, like in Pokemon Moon, though, they actually had a nice
Yeah,
moon.
wait, no, the moon does have details on.
Yeah, the moon has a lot of details. There's even a full moon cycle where you
Yeah,
get
there's
I haven't
a whole-
seen it.
eight different
There's a moon
cycles.
Oh no,
cycle,
the
and there's,
sky is
like-
bad though, so the
It has
cycle
all
doesn't
the
matter to me.
it has all the craters on and everything. Like,
No,
it-
Liam, the
Yeah.
sky's
Isn't it the
bad,
cycle
so it
is-
cancels
Is that
out
okay?
the
But
No,
wait,
no,
is
no,
that
the
when you're?
sky
Is that when
so
you're near it? Is that when you're near it?
No, it's literally at every given point you can see the moon.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, but the moon,
Okay,
guys.
that's
I mean, I
when
know
I
Roan's
played
made a
it.
point here, but the moon really doesn't matter to me. It's about the sky. The sky cycle
Yeah, I
that you
did
guys are
say
going
that.
on about. It's rubbish. The sky does not look good at all. It's got like three
Clouds are
stages to
literally
it.
flat.
A generic picture of flat clouds. Then it moves on to some weird like
Okay,
gem orange
I-
sky for the sunset. Then of
I
starry
disagree
sky.
about there being 3 stages. It like changes very gradually throughout the time you're in there.
Okay, but I mean, I literally when every time I looked up, it was just one like flat sort of.
I mean, I'm looking at
Oh,
screenshots
man.
right now, and there's a lot of different textures and details here, and they look
I
really
want
nice.
to make a point.
I don't know.
I think both of you are placing too much likability in the game on the graphics of it.
I know, but that's
Isn't
that's
that what
what
you-
changes
I
it
know
for me.
it's
Though.
Higher game.
I get that. That's something that's important to you, but that's you specifically. Because you don't like a game because of the graphics doesn't mean it's a bad game overall. But
Yeah,
you're- you
also,
I don't
said
know,
that-
though. I
That's
don't
why
know.
people have had
I don't
issues
know.
with your guys' opinion in the past because it's the one thing that you keep throwing out there, but you also use it as like you don't say, "I don't like the game. I'm not gonna play it. I'm not gonna buy it." You say, "You shouldn't buy the game.
Yeah,
It's awful.
Yeah,
you
well,
shouldn't.
it's
It's a
valid.
waste of money. It is a waste
People
of
like
money.
it.
It's a
Clearly,
waste
if
of
two
money.
people here, have enjoyed it out of the 4 people that have played the game,
Yeah.
sorry, Beth,
No, it's true.
oh,
then clearly
it's
it's
boring,
not a
man.
waste to buy it.
Mm.
Yeah, but like, I mean,
Yeah.
so you got a fair point, but I'm
It
just
also
I'm
depends
just
what
saying
you're
from my
into
opinion that
on
I don't
board.
think you should buy it because it's just so bad.
And
It's
about
an
the moon
expansion
thing.
So bad.
lore.
And your
It's
opinion is
hard.
wrong, but you
Enjoyed
must
the lore.
accept
Some
that
people
and move
wanted
on.
to play
My
it.
opinion is
hang on,
not
hang on,
wrong.
hang on, hang on, hang on, hang on, hang on, hang on, hang
Go
on.
ahead, Roan.
Shush.
Eli,
Mhm.
an opinion is an opinion. There's,
And I've never met someone with
How
more
is
wrong
it-
opinions than you guys, honestly.
Hey, no. This
I'm
game
joking,
is.
I'm joking.
If someone's opinion is about something, how can it be wrong or right? It's their opinion.
No, but here's the thing. Look, they can be an example as making it a bit more easy for you guys to understand because you're clearly brainwashed by Pokemon Arceus. Right, listen. If a podcast episode is bad quality, sometimes it is, right? This is an example, right?
it's
I record an
happened
episode before. It's happened before where like I'm really quiet and Rowan's really loud. It ruins the
It ruins
entire episode because it may be a good episode. Maybe what we talk about is good, but you're constantly screwing your face up because you can constantly hear an audio problem. That is exactly the same
And
problem
also-
with
I
this
do
game.
think that's
In-
a bad example then.
No,
No,
it's
no,
not.
I
I
think
think
it's
actually
better
that's a
example.
really
I'll give a
good
better
analogy.
example.
I think that's a very, very good
I'm going to
analogy.
give another analogy, right? In 2018, I don't know if any of you know this, on PlayStation, they released a game called Life of Black Tiger, right? And
Okay.
it got absolutely grilled because the graphics were like PS2, really bad, and the gameplay was like, you know, the controls were just janky and stuff, like the way he moved and stuff. That got absolutely grilled because of the graphics. But Pokemon Arceus, it just gets away scot-free.
No, listen.
Well, it
listen.
doesn't
No,
get
no,
away
back-
scot-free.
no,
Everyone's complaining about it.
No,
Clearly.
back to my original point. Everyone is actually I am complaining because I really wish it. No, listen. Back to my original point. The storyline which you guys say is good. I mean, I can't be 100% bad on the storyline. I'm
Once
gonna
again,
say
no one's been saying the storyline is good.
exactly. I think it's
the most
generic, but
average storyline alive.
Yeah, until the post
exactly.
game, it really
Because
is not
they've
good.
enjoyed
but-
it,
Exactly,
which
like,
is
listen, yeah,
fantastic.
listen.
But why would we?
because listen, right? Because I know a lot of Pokemon games have the same sort of storyline. I know, I get that. But the real thing about games that everyone enjoys is the experience, right? And the experience is so bad with the
To you.
graphics.
To you,
No,
yeah,
no.
that's
What do you
I-
mean?
I
Right,
really-
look at the terraforming. Look at it. Just look at it. Like,
Look
come
at
on, guys.
The 2 other people in this call that actually enjoyed it. It's not just. It's like.
How can you enjoy
No,
it?
Beth, you've not
But
played
that's
it.
the issue. No, but
You
that
played
is
it for
the
an
issue that
hour.
I have with it.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is,
Oh my
you
days.
said you enjoyed it. You
Look,
enjoyed
the
it.
tree looks worse than Roblox. I
No,
can't.
I'm saying two
I
people out of
can't.
the call enjoyed it, as in Eli and
Oh,
Liam.
okay, yeah.
No, but I didn't. Yeah, I can't though. I've actually played. I
But that's
really
fine,
wanted
that's
to enjoy it
fine.
though. I know that's fine, but like that's why I will say to people, it's a bad game. Don't buy it because I think it's. I think it would ruin it. So if unless you're a really good Pokemon fan, you've got to be. I mean, I don't know why you guys are saying like it's still enjoyable because this is my problem.
Right,
This is
that's
why
what I'm
the
saying.
debate exists.
You said that the experience is bad
Yeah.
because of the graphics, and when I said to you, it's because you're saying the experience is bad because of the graphics,
Wait,
not because of the other things.
haven't we said about other things though? About like some
Yeah, but then when we've given,
Yeah.
but then
Yeah, that is true. You said the main issue is the.
It's the main issue is the graphics for me, but
Yeah,
also
but-
there's
okay,
other
the
things I
other
don't like
issues
about it.
you bring up, you've just been wrong about because you've been like the other issues you
Corrected
brought
you.
up, they've just been incorrect.
No, because the storyline is literally is rambling
Yeah, no, we're
with
not
quite a
talking
lot of
about the story,
nonsensical
bro.
stuff.
We're just saying that.
But like
Yeah,
actual
but hang on.
facts.
What do you
they-
mean you're not talking about the storyline? We just brought up an example of something that has nothing to do with the graphics.
Yeah, and we agreed on that one.
yeah, we agreed. Yeah,
Well,
it's
then.
average.
Agree on
Yeah, that
storyline, then.
makes the game bad.
No, it doesn't.
Come on,
But
come
it
on.
doesn't to
No,
them.
The gameplay
how?
and mechanics.
How? I want to
Makes sense.
understand.
Okay. Can we talk
These-
about something? Can we
these-
talk about something?
Yeah, go ahead.
Can we talk about the characters in the game? Because
Yeah,
I
well,
think
like
there are
Volo.
some really, really good characters in this game.
Lavington looks like KSI when he's older.
It
Okay,
does.
okay,
But bro,
ignoring the
look at
creepy professor,
Pineapple.
everyone else looks really good, and they like personalities. I think are very enjoyable. The background
No.
behind them is enjoyable.
Celeba's the annoyingest character, bro. She's some little old lady that just rambles on about things, and then surprisingly, when you give her a stone, she's like, "Oh, you're really
She's
good."
like a temporary character to fill in just for like a bit of the story.
No,
Yeah,
But I'm
but
talking about the
why
main
does that
characters. I'm talking about the
Every
real like.
character has a
important
different
ones.
personality. None of them are similar. They all have their own personality and different designs, whilst also being connected to each other with their like the different tribes. They're
It's almost like
connected
real
to-
life.
Oh my god!
No.
really?
I would say Xenoblade's better than this. Like, there's no connection. I forgot. I finished playing this game. I forgot all about them in 5 seconds.
Probably
Like,
didn't
because you
play
I
played
remember
5
characters
hours.
from Pokemon Moon. No, listen. I've watched because you understand. Look, Elijah, you agree with me, right? I watched things on. I watched the whole gameplay. It's already been spoiled because I've watched people play it. I've watched the full like cutscenes. I've watched a lot.
Okay.
Watching and playing are very different things. They're
Yeah.
very
No, but
different.
even-
No, but I've
so,
actually
even
played
so.
it for 5 hours as well. So I not only do I know what happens, I also know
I
the
have
feeling of
100
playing.
Even
it.
Yeah,
so, I'm
plus in the
surprised you
game.
can't remember any of the characters. Like, can you not remember like?
I
at least
can,
Ingo?
obviously. Lavington, Volo, the two signature characters for me are what's that guy with the purple hair? The girl, sorry, the purple hair. So it's beginning with C or something. Right, then you got Lavington, then of course Volo, the one that betrays you. Then he kind of becomes good. I don't understand.
You
See, I'm
watch the
confused. It
first game.
confuses me.
Bro,
It confuses
no,
me so
it wouldn't
much.
confuse you. He doesn't become good. He's just evil the whole time. He is the
Yeah.
thing is, if once you've played the post game, you then understand the real story behind the game.
Well, yeah, I knew he was evil. 'Cause
Volo
He
caused
betrayed. He
everything.
betrayed. Yeah,
Well,
he
it's not-
did.
the thing,
He
this is
caused
what I mean.
everything.
You
He
you
is the main antagonist.
You keep doing this. You keep saying, "Wait until the post game. Wait until the post." Why should we have to wait until the post game for the game to be?
Okay,
Oh, yeah,
okay.
remember
Think
when you
about it-
run
think
home and
about
get
it
a
this
Pokemon
way.
ball just to get that
This is a-
Pokemon? Like,
Okay,
it
And
stays patient.
think about it
there.
this way: the post game is really just an extension of the main story. Really,
Yeah.
they shouldn't have ended the main story where they did. They should have included the post game as the main story, because really
Okay,
that
but
was the
surely,
real ending.
This is my problem though. Surely, like new players coming in, like they play the first story and the story might put them off, so they might put it
That's
down.
what I
before
mean. It's
experiencing the
not worth
post-game.
it.
Yeah, but
But
if
it's
you're willing
putting
to
off.
wait, then you're rewarded for your.
I
Yeah, I
don't
don't
why
know.
should-
Those mistakes have been made before.
I think
so-
it's a weird point to say that you shouldn't wait till like the post game shouldn't be something to look forward to. Like, of course, it's good. You're
Yeah.
gonna you want the post game to be good because you want something to look forward to play the game. Like, you should enjoy playing the game, but you want something to do afterwards as well.
Hmm.
Of course,
You
but
don't-
what I'm
you don't
saying
wanna
is,
just
that-
stop
Well,
the
yeah,
main
there should be a
game.
post game. Yeah.
yeah, of course, but what I'm saying is the story at the beginning is probably going to put people off.
It,
Of,
it
like-
doesn't because
But the thing is,
beginning
if you spent money on the
engaging.
game, you're not going to give up
It's,
immediately.
no, hang on, guys. The
Well,
storyline
that's
is
happened quite a
generic.
bit.
Do you know what? Because the repetitiveness of the quests are just like so boring, like they are usually. Which is, go and deliver this to this lady.
Yes,
Go. And,
yeah.
it keeps on, and also not to mention the NPCs keep on being reused, the same models. I mean, that does happen in Pokemon, so I can't complain really about that. But it is a problem for me.
Yeah, but that's just for the NPCs. That's not for like.
yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
that's
So
literally for
therefore, I'm
generic
not going to
kind
complain
of
about that.
quest
Exactly,
givers.
exactly.
Yeah.
My
Those are
problem,
background
the problem is
characters.
though, is the quest that quests are kind of like the thing that everyone kind of tries to glorify, in my opinion. I don't know if you guys do, but they're like, oh, this is like what's fun about it. You can do these quests, and the quests are so boring. I mean, at first, the first few quests you do are like, oh, I'm doing some things, I'm delivering this thing, I'm getting some stuff here, and then eventually it's just like, oh, they're literally the same things over
Yeah,
and
okay,
over
I
again.
can agree. I would say the side quests are very tedious, But they are side quests. They're not like it's not the main quest. It's not the main anything. Yeah, just little things to pass the time if you're bored or if you need more items.
Yeah, but it's boring
That's
to
how
do.
every
so-
JRPG functions. That's every single like RPG and
I
JRPG.
know, and that is true. But like, I don't know why they added it to Pokemon because it's never really been about quests ever, and they didn't need to add that.
Wait, but it's an open world game. You kind of need to have some sort of filler
That's what I
content
was going to
somewhere.
say. It's an expansion.
No, it's-
to it, so they need to add something.
Well, they make it a bit more interesting though, because I've played quests that are more interesting. I can't lie. And other
Yeah, of
games.
course. Yeah, like,
But Skyrim, you know this.
yeah,
There's quests.
Skyrim's my favorite game, so I
Yeah.
always play. Yeah, side quests can get boring, but there are very good side quests in Skyrim. Yes, okay, Legends Arceus side quests aren't very good, but they could learn from it in the future. Again, I'm trying to be.
What? Yeah,
hopeful.
I want to hope. I am looking forward to the next session. Oh, come on, guys. You might be shocked. I am looking forward to the next one because I really want it to be good. I really do. I want it to be an improvement because I love Pokemon, and this for me just upset me. I'm just pretty emotional about this game. You know,
I hope it's Legend Celebi.
I
Pardon?
think it will be Legends like
yeah, Celebi.
you
Kyurem or
say?
something. I think it'll be Kyurem.
Wait, what? What did Beth say?
Wait, what did you say?
Me?
Yeah.
Legend Celebi.
Oh, okay.
Oh, yeah,
Pokemon Celebi.
Yeah, because I honestly do really hope they change from this because I know.
What did you think I said?
I'm glad. I'm glad. Wait, Beth, what do you think you said? Come on.
No.
You can say it. This episode is PG-18 anyway because the amount of swear words that are used. Go on.
We're good.
No, Beth, I want to hear this now.
No, you don't.
Right, we're at new.
Well,
No, I
you
do, Beth. Don't do this.
Moving on from this.
Beth.
Hi.
Yeah, go on, tell us.
No.
Okay, fine, okay.
Messi
Yeah,
will leave.
Hold on. One thing, do you guys, okay, the people who like the game, do you believe that performance matters?
Yes, it does
In
matter.
what aspect?
So the frame rate, draw distance, stuff like that.
Yes.
It's like how's the
That
game?
matters.
Yeah, you want the game to
Yeah.
be smooth. Yeah,
Yeah.
Well then,
And I've agreed
Well,
that
the thing
it's
is
not
that-
smooth.
yeah. Well,
and it's bad. Yeah,
Then it's
just
bad,
bad that it's
right?
not smooth. Yeah, we
Come
agree.
on.
that's what I was getting to.
Yeah,
That's that. But they, I mean, but
Yeah, I said
that's where
it's
we're
important,
different.
but I never said
Yeah.
at no point have I said that it was good performance.
Yeah, I
we-
think
we know
that's
the
where we
performance
that's where we
isn't
do.
great.
But that's a big factor.
That's where we disagree though, because you lot then we go to opposite sides. Because then I say, right, the game is bad, but you guys, no, the game is good.
I think the
Because
game
of the storyline.
redeems itself in other ways. Like the performance
Yeah.
isn't
Also-
everything. You know.
Okay, let's hear. But okay, Liam, you first.
No, I was just going to say, once again,
Yeah.
Whenever you base an opinion on something, you have to base it equally. Obviously, you can have like bias to some things, but you have to try and have an unbiased opinion by placing equal trust in each of the categories for the game, rather than just picking two categories that were bad and saying, "Oh, because of these two categories,
Yep.
bad, the entire game."
Yeah,
is
but
bad."
haven't I agreed?
I know, yeah,
Like,
but it's big, and there are smaller things, but it all kind of adds up to me. So, like, okay, graphics, that's one thing, but it's a
Yeah.
big thing. Second, there's some repetitive quests, big thing. Character design, big thing for me. It looks quite shit. Let's move on a bit more. I've got some more notes down here somewhere.
Well,
The
hold on.
storyline was generic. Okay, that's normal, but it still adds another whack to me. Okay. I'm kind of getting bored of this. That's why I change and say it's not worth playing. I think they could.
But
It feels like when I played it, it felt like I was playing it, but like below the minimum requirements I needed. It felt like I was playing on a potato PC because
yeah, it did feel like that.
because like honestly, performance matters. Like that's a really integral part
That's
of the
why-
game.
that's
If you
where we
don't
disagree,
perform
so.
well, you can't enjoy it. But that's because that's the thing. Otherwise,
Yeah.
on Steam, they wouldn't put the minimum specs in the description of a game. They just say, "Oh yeah, you can run this on a laptop." I mean, it'll run like piss, but performance is.
That's the thing. That's where we've hit a wall, right? Because you guys agree with that, but then you guys are like, the game is good. But here's what I want to talk about now, Ben, because you're saying that, Elijah, what redeems the game? And Liam at YouTube, what redeems the? Because Elijah said he had some points that really brought out the game for him and made it enjoyable. Graphics aside, which is also a huge thing. So I want to hear those from Elijah.
Okay, well, for me, I think the actual gameplay, although you disagree, I think catching Pokemon is fun. Watching them do these things is fun. The new battle system is fun. A lot of the characters are really engaging and interesting. The music is amazing as always.
The music is good. I'm sorry, I have
And
to
the
say that
post
now.
game is so good that, in my opinion, it redeems the main storyline. It is that good. Okay, I'm
I know,
telling you.
but if you can play it through, here's the problem, right?
But if it's a good game, why
I
does that
didn't
be
play
redeemed?
it to the post game because I already knew what happened anyway. But I literally could not be asked. I hated the feeling of playing because I felt like I was wasting my time. And I love Pokemon games. I enjoy all Pokemon games, right? And this was the only one I actually was like, why am I feeling annoyed? Why am I feeling angry? Why am I feeling like this game is shit?
And that's a shame. I think
I
your
know.
points are fair, and it's a shame that you couldn't find enjoyment in
Yeah.
the gameplay
I
and
think you're
mechanics.
missing out on a lot by just not by the fact that you don't enjoy it. I know you can't choose. I know you can't choose whether you enjoy something or not. But I think by not enjoying it and just forgetting about it, you're missing out on a lot because it's a new experience and it is fun if you let yourself get into it. If you give yourself a chance to open up to it, because I know you said you played some of it, but it still feels like you haven't really tried to open up to it.
Yeah, it's like okay, Judah, think of Shin Megami Tensei 4, right? Think of that game.
Yeah.
I gave up on that game when I first started because it is really, really hard when you first start it. I thought, okay, it's unfair, it's stupid. I give up. I went back to it like half a year later, tried again with a more positive attitude, got through it, and it's now one of my favorite games ever because it's a really good game. I feel like Legends is that kind of thing where if you're bored at the start, if you can push through it, it's worth your time.
But look, did Shin Megami Tensei have literal shite graphics and performance?
Yeah, this is
That's the thing for me.
You
Hold
can
on,
still
hold
enjoy
on.
the game.
No, but this is the thing. If it had good performance and good graphics, I'd pay some respect.
That's what I mean. But here's the thing,
But this is why I have
there's
divided
inconsistencies. Sorry, what?
This is why I have divided opinions. Like, it is literally, I have some opinions from one side and some opinions from the other. So
Yeah. I feel like that's good, though, because I feel like Beth actually can sort of make a sort of like a conclusion from both sort of opinions, because
Yeah, as
I'm
an
literally
outsider,
one side.
yeah.
So
Well, I
let's hear
guess-
from you, Beth. What do you think then, Beth? Let's give the stage to you for a bit, because you haven't really had much chance to talk.
I think, on one level, I think, because it is the first game of its type
Series, yeah.
for Pokemon, I think. That's what I
Yeah,
know.
correct.
Right.
So, like everyone said, it isn't going to be the best, but they also, because it's such a long-awaited expansion on the universe, they could have put more effort into like little things for some people, big things for others, like graphics and the quality behind the actual game. before they
Okay.
put it out.
Okay, then.
But I also don't think that makes it a bad game for everyone.
Why is okay? Let's talk about that then. Why is there no DLC?
Why do
at
you
this,
want
Poke-
DLC?
No, because no DLC can improve it.
Would you
No,
play-
Okay,
listen,
also,
listen,
actually,
listen,
wait, Judah, stop. There is free DLC.
There's DLC for
There's
the
free
Pokemon
DLC.
that improves the graphics.
Yeah, what is the DLC?
Is there? Is
Okay,
there?
what DLC has ever improved graphics of the game? Tell me
Yeah.
that.
Okay, no. Okay, sorry.
DLC is not. That's
Wrong
not what
Paul.
DLC
Yeah,
is.
not
On point.
graphics, but, like,
Why don't they
yeah.
update? Sorry, I have fumbled up there. I meant like an update, like like to update it. Like let's look at. I know Nintendo doesn't
Okay,
really
but
do this, but
updating
look at No Man's
graphics-
Sky.
Look at the
Look at No Man's
graphics and
Sky.
tell me that they can update it. Like, look at how bad it is, and tell me they can just
They
fix
could
it
fix
immediately.
it. There's
They
mods
can't.
that have tried to fix it
They've
though.
moved
Yeah,
on.
yeah,
There's
mods
mods
do
that
fix
have got
it,
no.
yeah.
There is. There's mods
There
that
are
have
mods,
taken hold of
there are
Pokemon
mods.
Arceus and they've made it into 60 FPS and made it look better.
Yeah,
That's
and
a
they
mod
have more
though.
time than the Pokemon company do because they're always busy. That's the thing.
Also,
they're a game company, a
The reason it didn't get a
multi-million
DLC
franchise.
because I know we're saying the daylight thing was a DLC. It's not really. It's like bonus content, but it's not really a DLC. I wouldn't say because you don't really get much from it. But the reason it didn't get a DLC is because it's not a mainline Pokemon game.
That makes sense though, because it is. Yeah, it is like an old
Also,
game. I
can
wasn't
I say another
expecting.
thing about that? About
Go
the
ahead.
DLC? A similar thing happened with FNAF, but I think the reason why it wouldn't happen for a game like this is because it is such a divided opinion. You might not think it is, but it is clearly because there's two people in this call that absolutely hate it, and there's two people that really like it and really enjoy playing it.
FNAF.
FNAF, no, with
No,
Security
the game.
Breach,
That's
people-
right.
Oh,
Yeah, with Security
Oh.
Breach, people really did not like it. Like there
Yeah, I
were
didn't.
complaints about all of it either way, because it was like they were missing parts and everything, so they had to add a DLC. It's such a split opinion for this that I don't
Yeah.
think it's needed by everyone. It might
Hmm.
be that it's
But
done,
one-
but
Yeah. But one thing, what was it? Liam said that it's not a mainline Pokemon game, and that's why it didn't get DLC, right? But why does that mean they couldn't have DLC just because it wasn't mainstream?
Because that is true.
They
I mean,
wouldn't waste their time and money on a spin-off game like that. You know?
Yeah.
They just
yeah,
wouldn't.
but they should,
Really?
if a spin-off game should still
It's their
work,
game.
they're trying to get people
popular.
to like the idea, right? And it's clear that people that do like it, you guys enjoyed the game. But here's the thing for me: there are loads of people that don't. I literally have people that I could have got on the podcast today, but it's just not gonna be too much, Now I know, I know 11 people, right, who are Nintendo avid fans, and they literally agree with me that it's
And I've
not
seen
worth
hundreds
it.
of thousands
But
of people who
11
disagree
yeah,
with you. so-
11
Yeah, but I don't understand that. I just don't understand because
But that's
this is where we
okay.
hit a wall, though. That's where we hit a wall because I can't recommend this game just because it kind of like destroys the idea of the legends for me.
Yeah, so don't then, Liam and Eli.
Yeah, we'll recommend it instead. It's calm.
Yeah, of course. Like, we're not. I think it's one thing to pull
I
away
think
from this.
one more thing I want to point out, actually, another thing I enjoy about the game is that shiny hunting's made a lot more enjoyable. I just want to put that out there very fast.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Because
yeah.
in regular games, you were literally just running around in the same spot for like hours on end, or hatching eggs for hours on end, with the hope of a 1 in like 1,000 chance usually that you'd get a shiny. But this one, there's ways to bump up the odds. You can still do it in the difficult way of doing it with like 1 in 4,000 odds, or like if I shiny charm, whatever. You can still do it with those odds if you want to, but you can make it easy for yourself and find Pokemon you actually want in outbreaks and stuff. They've made it enjoyable to shiny hunt. I hated shiny hunting before.
But isn't that what like made them rare? Is the fact that
They're
were
still
really
rare,
good
mate.
games.
They're still rare.
They're
It's
still
still
like
1 in
5,000
200
or
chance.
whatever. So it's. Yeah.
It took me ages to catch just one shiny when I was playing like Pokemon Y back in the day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It took me ages to get shinies in those games as well. But because it took me so long, as a kid, you don't want to do that because most kids don't have the energy or the patience for that. Because
Or the actual time as well. 'cause
Yeah,
it does
all the
take,
time.
It can
Is that-
take.
Most people
so
don't have
long.
time to shiny hunt.
Is that just
Unless you're a
kids?
streamer, it's very unlikely you have time to shiny hunt.
Yeah, but is that wait? Unless you're a streamer,
Oh yeah, unless
streamers
you're
are the only people. Who...
Yeah.
No, no, but I'm surprised. Sorry, that's a bad comparison. But I'm saying, unless you have a specific, unless you have the allotted time to do that, is just like part of your job, or if you just have the time to do that, because it's a very long time. It's like hours and hours to find one shiny. So unless you have the allotted time to do that, you're not going to be getting many shinies, and it's just going to be a waste of your time. You're going to want to play a game where you get more fulfillment from it than one where you're just sat there trying to shiny hunt and not get anything from it. If you have like a short period of time, you don't want to be spending it all just shiny hunting and not get anything from it. You want to play a game where you actually get something.
I semi-agree with that.
But this is where we're different though, because as much as that is fun, I don't want to be shiny hunting and then seeing like my Groudon glitch into a tree while I'm trying to catch him, which happens.
Oh yeah.
Which happens in other Pokemon games, yes, but it's just so bad in Arceus.
That doesn't happen. I just want to say that doesn't actually happen that often. It's usually with the small Pokemon, but I get that. It's still annoying. I'm not saying it's not a good thing. That's not what I'm saying at all. It's annoying, and it should be something that happens. But it's a very small part of a larger game to be annoyed about.
Yeah.
Okay, but I want to.
Once in a blue moon, and you might miss it entirely on your playthrough. So
Here's the thing though, but what I like about, for instance, in an open world Pokemon game, hunting for shinies, is just running through the terrain, just running through, exploring the different biomes, and like seeing the vast land that's been created for us to enjoy. I mean,
that's land that's popping in the distance.
Exactly, that's the thing for me. In Pokemon Arceus, the land is just like the trees and everything. It's just so dystopian, so weird.
Another thing I want to point out
it's
is
depressing.
I just want to point out,
Yeah,
the glitches are never game breaking. They never actually break the game or anything. They just are like visual things that are like slightly off, which I think it's better to, rather than, you should still criticize it obviously, but I think it's better to find the enjoyment in it, because sometimes it's funny when you're just trying to catch Pokemon and it just like runs up a tree or like spawns in the tree. I think that's it. It's nicer to have fun with it and laugh at that rather than say it ruins the game, because they're not going to be able to change that.
Yeah, that doesn't really ruin. Exactly, that's the thing.
They can make it better in the next game, but they can't change it now.
That doesn't ruin the game for me though. That's the thing. That's the glitches is a problem. Yes, we all agree. But that's not what makes me go, this game is bad.
Because that happens in other things. The immersion. That's just.
I agree with that. I think it's annoying when I'm like running around and there's like a Gyarados flying in the air, like it looks like his back is cracking 5 separate places at the same time.
Exactly. That's also in Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. That's the thing.
Yeah,
we can't really say that makes the game bad, really.
I think it's good to criticize those things and and then still enjoy the game at the same time.
Yeah.
Oh,
Can I bring something up? You mentioned
of course
traversal. What do you guys think of the traversal methods? Having Weirder and the Basculegion and then Braviary and all these Pokemon that you can ride on.
Sneasler.
Yeah, Sneasler. So what do you think about the actual
the flying
traversal?
ones as well?
riding the things around?
Yeah, what do you think of that?
Yeah. Oh, I always loved riding Pokemon around anyway. Like in the older games, right? Like just let's take Pokemon X and Y. That was quite a fun aspect, just running around on a Pokemon's back. So the fact they kind of carried it on into Legends Arceus, I like it, but you've not got the choice really. It's only certain Pokemon you can ride.
Yeah, but that's always been the case.
Yeah, that is the case though.
Yeah.
But, I mean, that's just a general complaint. That's not like I'm not like that's bad because of that. I mean,
I think
why I don't like this game is mainly because of the graphics.
If you're collecting items, you can't collect them like just when you're on the
You can. Yeah.
You can.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can, yeah. But
You can.
You can even
to me-
catch Pokemon on some of them as well.
Yeah.
So
that to me that's fun. But then again, here is my original point that may annoy
But-
you guys. But let's look. I don't like running around in a really shit environment. It
And
looks
plus,
shit. Or everything.
when you-
all
when
the,
you
all the
but
fly-
it makes it more fun if you're on some, flying like
No, it
jumping
doesn't.
around.
It
Because
doesn't.
if
things
you're on
To me,
a
it
flying
doesn't, mate.
Pokemon,
It's more
then
fun.
it makes the area look absolute.
Yeah,
shit.
because that's what I like. I like exploring the land, and the land is so bad, it just takes it out of it for me. That's the
When
thing.
you're on a flying Pokemon, it literally makes the ground below you look just terrible.
That's why I'm sad because I really want to enjoy the game, but I get depressed playing
Makes
it.
them
Like,
worse
that's
than
just,
they
that may
even
just be me,
already
but
are.
that's why I say, what I say. That's why I'm arguing on the side of everybody that agrees with me, and of course you guys are arguing for everyone that agrees with you. That's why I think this debate is good because we're saying why why we don't like it because there are many people that agree with me, but there's also many people that agree with you. The storyline is still very important.
And there's people in the middle, right? There's
Yeah.
people with me.
And yeah, let's be honest, Scott. I don't think we're ever going to come to a conclusion. You're right, because I mean, we can come if there's. This is the thing, right? Because we're both trying to, there's no actual winner in this debate. If I'm honest, because I'm never going to
trying
say
to change your opinion. I'm just putting
Exactly.
my point out there.
exactly. That's the whole point. I'm trying to let you guys say what you think, and then we're saying what we think as we have done, and then we're just kind of arguing about it, which is what a debate is. But I'm interested to hear what everyone else says about this because I'm not to end the debate just yet, but I think if the whole point of this is just to bring two sides together, have a discussion / argument, and see if we can come for some sort of conclusion. My conclusion is, for people like me who like an immersive game, when that's taken out and messed up with really bad, appalling graphics, it takes out the entire fun for me.
This is what I keep saying, but like
That's the
Can
thing
I
for
ask
me.
you guys a question though?
Yeah.
Like,
No.
Jude and Roan.
Yeah. Ask. Go on.
That is why I specify.
You can say anything. Just ask.
What would you want doing about it now that the game's out? Some people enjoy it, some people don't. Would you accept a DLC, or would you just want them to make a new game that's like different but better?
I think
a good question,
it's past the point of no return, because it
Would
was
you just
like
want-
almost 2 years
okay.
old now.
Yeah.
But I can still complain.
I think with me, I'm actually slightly different to Ryan there, but I do understand where everyone's coming from. I agree with you, Ryan. It is past at this point. It's past no return.
Because at this point, it wouldn't make
But-
sense for them to update it now. I feel
wouldn't make
they
sense
could have
for
done.
the
Let's say they
DLC.
But they could have
Let's
done.
say
But
they
they could
did.
have done way earlier. That's what I'll
Okay,
say.
let's say they did. Let's say they somehow groundbreakingly made the graphics good, right? That's a good
Yeah.
point there, right? Of course, there's things about the game I won't like because the glitches are still there and everything, but I would enjoy it, and that's
I'd like
where
it
it
more
comes
than
out of. I would enjoy it. Do you know why?
But
Because I can actually enjoy looking around the world that Pokemon Legends Arceus is all about. The world
Yeah.
back in time.
So
That
you're
is
then
supposed to-
saying if
yeah.
the graphics were good, then the other aspects of the game.
No. They
Oh.
would
No,
still
they
be,
are still
no.
they're still there, but they're not that big. You see, they're not still big of a problem. They're a problem. I'm like, that's
I don't
annoying.
see
You
can
I would
outweigh
say-
like most of the game to just the graphics.
It is because it is. It depresses me. It literally depresses. That is why I think.
That was my
On my
question,
point,
though.
that's my point, right?
Mm.
Like,
Would
but your question is right. If the graphics were changed, is that right? Would I
yeah,
enjoy
but
it?
would you want them to go back and fix that game, or would you want just a
Ah.
better Pokemon game, like a new game
I
that
think.
fixes those issues for you, or would you? Because you've said
Hmm.
that the quality and the graphics is a big deal for you, but you also don't like some of the side quests. You don't like some of the characters. You
yeah.
don't like the red eyes. So would you
But-
just prefer a new game that?
But the thing
improves?
is, I
Mhm.
said earlier that if the graphics and performance, were fixed, it was higher frame rate and then
Yeah.
better graphics, I'd pay respect. However, I did not say that if those issues was fixed, I'd just
You'd
enjoy the
like
game completely
Yeah.
because exactly.
Yeah. I mean, what? Can you explain more what you're? I'm gonna kind of formulate my decision in a minute, but could you explain in depth what you mean by that, Ryan? Like, let's just say they did that right now. You said you would pay respect, but you said you would still be a bit annoyed. But
I
in
pay
what way?
respect. Okay, I'd still be annoyed because of the other issues I've said about like the story and stuff. I think the story is a
generic.
bit all over the place.
But then, but also the most. Oh yeah, that is true. It's a bit of the plan. Yeah, I think I would still pay respect to the game then, because they
Like, I
went
think-
back
I
and
think,
changed
for
it.
example,
That
I
would be
think-
respect.
prefer a new
I think
game.
getting a phone. I think
Yes,
getting a
yes,
phone from an
yeah.
Arceus god is just ridiculous in my opinion.
Yeah. That to me. is
That
ruined
that
it.
wouldn't
But
change, and I'd still have a grudge against
The
that.
very
In
from the
that
very
case,
start, I
you
found it
can
weird.
only hope that they'd make like a better game, and
Yeah.
that's exactly my point. If you guys don't like it that much, it is 2 years old. So just leave some people to like it. So if you don't want a DLC or you don't want them to go back and fix the graphics or fix the game because you don't like multiple parts of it, then
If
why
they did
don't you
that,
just leave that
I'd
2
say-
years ago and wait
I'd say
for
fair
That's all,
play.
that's all. Yeah,
If
yeah,
they did that, I'd say fair play, but it wouldn't make sense now. It's too late.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
I
what I
mean-
mean though.
yeah.
So why don't we just leave it 2 years ago? Some people like it, some people don't, and then wait for
Yeah.
what's hopefully coming.
I mean, this debate is late. We were going to have this debate like near
Yeah.
the time of the release.
Yeah.
It's just a long-awaited thing. Things got in the way, and it happened late. Now this is kind of I mean, everyone in our fan base kind of knows we shit on it. We had so many messages being like, "Why? We love Arceus," and we also have a message saying we agree with us. But here's the thing, right? We don't talk about it anymore just because the fact that people will get annoyed because I'm banging on about it. Because in the end of the day, it is all opinions. I'm happy some people enjoyed it because I want people to enjoy Pokemon. It's just sad that I didn't. Now
I
here's the
drop it
thing,
in
right?
every
Here's the
now
thing.
and then.
I'm just hoping that in the future they make a better game because I'm going to play the next Legends game, and who knows if my fan base convinces me,
Wait,
I
hold
will
on.
stream it. I'll stream Arceus, and that'll be a bit of a tough thing to do. I still don't want to pay money for this thing, but maybe I will, and maybe
I also have another
I don't know.
question.
I refuse to pay money for it, especially
that's
for
the
40 quid.
thing. That's the thing. I don't think I can really change my issue with it. But yeah.
So
Beth,
how
did you
the thing is-
Yeah.
what did you want to say?
Have there been? Because obviously I don't know. I've not played them. Have there been recent games since Legends?
Scarlet and Violet.
Yeah, Scarlet and
Yeah,
Violet. Yeah.
And what do you think of them then?
I think those are they're buggy as well. Yeah, I think that.
They're buggy, but they're not bad. They're not like
Okay.
as bad as Arceus, in my opinion. They're not actually the graphics on the land aren't as bad. They aren't
What
that
about the
bad.
story then? Do you think it's an improvement?
Yeah. I mean, the thing is that that's the original series, right? That it's always been following, and we all
Okay.
know that the story is kind of with Pokemon, right? The story, it's cool. It's all right for a Pokemon game. You can't complain too much, But it wasn't that bad though. It wasn't complete. It wasn't to me. Scarlet and Violet's story wasn't complicated. It was pretty fun. It was pretty cool. The music was amazing. The gameplay land was cool. It was better than Arceus in my opinion. But then again, it was also very buggy, and that does ruin the game for me a bit. But I'm pretty sure it did for all of us here. Come on, yeah. But we can all still enjoy Scarlet and Violet because it's
Probably a good point though, because if it'd probably be better for you and Rowan to then stick to the original line of games, and people that want the expansion on the lore, and I get obviously the graphics is still an issue, but if you want the expansion on the lore and you want more side quests and everything like that, then you're more likely to branch out to Legends.
That's the thing, right? Because we are Pokemon fans, so it's not like we just don't want to stop. We're going to play all the games that come out.
Yeah,
we're going to review all the games. That's why we're like, we're annoyed because we really want to be part of you guys. We want to enjoy it.
Yeah.
We want to enjoy it, and I've been trying to find something I can say good about it, and that's the problem, right? That's why we're discussing it today, and it's fair. I do really respect I respect all of you guys, amazing friends. But here's the thing: I do think, it's just a disagreement, and I respect your thoughts, and I'm glad in one way. I think Rowan can agree with me on this. I'm glad you enjoyed it.
This
because
is the calmest debate we've had about this for the past 2 years. So at least we've gotten.
Guys, everyone can vouch for this. We've been raging in chats at each other.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm glad we've actually got it all out of the way and kind of come to
At
some
least it
sort of
didn't
conclusion.
escalate in that way here.
Yeah,
The group chat was a
exactly.
mess, yeah.
The group chat was a
my
mess.
gosh.
I think we can all finally shake hands and say, "Come on, guys.
Hang on. Hang on.
Oh,
I've
what's
got
wrong?
one thing.
Oh no!
I've got one
thing.
One more blow.
This okay. Now this is just a small tingy frustration of mine, right? Stuff like the space-time rift and the lightning that's causing the Pokemon to have a frenzy.
Oh yeah.
I think it's something from a 10-year-old's creative writing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Immediate counter. Watch the post game because it explains it all. It's Giratina doing it, and it's because Volo
Right.
summoned Giratina. So
And again, let's quickly put in the graphics here. It looks literally like it's augmented reality coming into the sky.
Also,
It
my
doesn't look like it's natural.
10-year-old creative writing was pretty fucking good, so don't go.
I doubt that.
Guys.
No,
listen.
Beth's actually really good. Beth's a really good writer.
No, she
Yeah.
was. I can vouch for
I'm
that. Beth
not
was very good.
liked
Yeah.
genuinely as.
Guys!
No, because I knew Beth when she was 10, so very good
You're
handwriting
not
as
supposed
well.
to put that out there. I don't want that name. I'm not friends with you. I don't know who you are.
Yeah, we don't know each other.
Yeah.
I don't know who said that. I don't know who said that. I never knew Beth. We're enemies.
No,
Anyway.
no.
But yeah, guys, I think we can kind of come to a conclusion now of, and I've said this before, I'm glad you guys enjoy the game. Reason being is because the whole problem I had a problem with this game is I was scared it would scare people away. And obviously hasn't for some people, like you guys. And, you know, I like Pokemon. I fight for it a lot. You know, I love this game. I'm sure that's one thing we can all agree on. Pokemon is amazing. But, it's a great game. We all love Pokemon. But, you know...
Pokemon Black for the win, sorry.
To be fair though, Pokemon Black is a good game. So
I've never
Gen
played
5
any
my
of them,
favourite
but I'm
Pokemon
so
game.
Oh my
Yeah,
god,
same,
Pokemon
same.
Black was so fun. No, Pokemon White was also cool as well. I've been playing it recently. I've been playing Pokemon. I was replaying Pokemon White and Black recently, and Elijah asked me to give you the thing, so I'll give it to Pokemon Black and White. But it's amazing. You know, that's one thing we all agree on. We're all avid Pokemon fans, and it's just a shame that me and Ryan didn't enjoy it. And I'm glad we've had this debate, you know. I'm glad we've had it. We've had a good talk, and sometimes you might think our points are silly, but I think it is all personal preference, you know, because me and Ryan don't like it because of graphics. That's just our opinion, you know. At the end of the day, our opinion doesn't count for everybody else's out there. Of course, we're going to say what we think, but you guys may think differently, and that's respected.
one thing it does seem like though is that most people think the storyline is just. You know, like everyone's saying, like the post game is where it gets good.
The post game's good, apparently. I mean, this is one thing I can't argue because I've not played the post game, so I can't really make a fair argument. I have watched all of the main game, and I have played these 5 hours.
I guess the post game is more like freedom, which I'm all for. But
Very nice
It's just a
freedom.
more
But then again,
engaging story as well.
sorry.
It's a more engaging story.
Right, yeah.
That's funny. Okay, quick question then, guys. Is the post game in Pokemon Arceus one of the best post games we've ever had in Pokemon, or would you say there's actually a better post game in the other post games in Pokemon?
There are
That makes
definitely
sense.
better ones before, like on the DS games, but it's up there, definitely.
Yeah. Would you say that too, Liam?
What? Sorry, could you repeat the question?
Yeah, I was saying, do you think the Pokemon Arceus post game is one of the best post games out there in Pokemon history, or is there other ones that are better than the past games?
Okay, you're gonna hate me for this.
Oh no.
I have 120 hours in the game, but I haven't done the post game.
Oh what?
You what?
What?
Whoa.
So you haven't
Okay.
done the final Volo fight or anything?
I'm still on the part where you have to go around to all the lake spirits.
Why have you not completed it, bro? It's so
Oh
good.
my
Because
It gets so good.
because I was really enjoying shiny hunting.
This is why Liam likes playing it, because shiny hunting.
Okay, well, mate, tell me
I
when you've
have-
done that because you'll love it.
I
honestly.
have done 100. I have got 126 shinies, and I just can't. I don't want to carry on with the story.
I'm just starting to think Liam just plays Pokemon for shiny hunting at this point.
I do.
Why didn't I
To be
include that in
fair-
the description? The shiny hunter himself.
I love shinies.
To be fair though, I found the same thing with Persona 5. I like the walking around in Japan parts more than the
That's not
castle
shiny
tour.
hunting, but yeah.
No,
Yeah,
no,
it's just an
that's the thing.
example.
I like exploring more than I do.
Yeah.
Do you guys know what the game Octopath is?
What game, sorry?
No?
No, we
Octopath?
don't.
Octopath, yeah.
Octopath. No, definitely not played it though. No.
It's a JRPG. Turn-based. I loved it. But I always go around and collect. It's like you have to collect like weapons and stuff. I always go around and collect all the strongest weapons wherever they are, right at the beginning of the game, and then carry on with the story. So I'm really overpowered for like everything because I enjoy the exploring more.
Exactly.
I focus more on exploring than I do other aspects because it just makes me happy. So I haven't done
And we want Liam to be happy.
We all want
Do
Liam
you?
to be happy. Yeah,
Do
we
you?
all love you, Liam.
But no, I have a lot of shinies because it just I feel more fulfilled. It's more fulfilling when I try shiny hunting for like an hour and then I get the shiny that I want. It just feels good. But then I'm worried that I also get this thing where when I finish a game, I lose motivation to play the game, even if
I
the
don't
game
care,
has
it's
nothing
valid.
to do.
It's valid.
So
Yeah.
I'm worried. I really love the game. I'm worried that if I finish the post game, I'm going to lose my motivation to carry on playing it.
That's
Also, we
interesting.
just want to get the shinies. Like,
So he lost motivation.
Okay,
I
fair
I still
enough.
haven't
So
got
like
all
at least play up to Volo and then just stop because that isn't the end of the post game. You can play to Volo. And then...
Oh, I've watched the Volo fight. I know
Okay,
exactly
okay,
how
okay.
it goes.
So I'm guessing,
we'll
wait,
get to the
Liam,
end eventually. It might be another 2 years, but like, just give him time.
has Liam actually watched? Have you watched the post game? Have you watched it on YouTube
Yeah.
and stuff? Yeah.
I've watched multiple people stream the entire game.
Exactly. What do you think of it from that?
I
perspective?
think it's a really cool post. I've watched my sister play it. She
Yeah.
really enjoys Legends Arceus too. My older sister. She really enjoys the mini games they have in Legends Arceus as well. You know, the one we have to pop the balloons.
Oh, yeah,
she loves
yeah.
that. She loves.
There's
the
always.
balloons.
I love a good Pokemon minigame. Yeah, true.
Yeah. Do you know which one I'm talking about, Judah? The one where you have to like throw the Pokeball through the balloons.
Yeah, and then you cut the
Yeah.
balloons. Yeah.
Yeah, she loves that one.
Yeah.
But anyway, yeah, I have watched people play the post game. I think it's a really fun game. I watched my sister play it, and it looked really fun to do. I just haven't got around to it myself yet.
I'm not just buy like a copy of Pokemon Arceus once it's already completed and just play the post game and then it's fine.
Bro, just watch
That
it.
was
Just
that
watch
good.
the post game. You still haven't even
The
seen it, man. Just
episode,
watch
though.
it.
I know. I'll watch the post game. I will. Maybe I don't think my opinion will change due to the graphics, and we all know that
Thing
can't
is,
change.
But at least you'll
I was
like
saying-
a new character.
I said something about Persona. The example I was making with Persona 5, Judah, you seem to not understand that because you said
Yeah.
it wasn't shine hunting. I was saying that like in a lot of games, I think this aligns with what Liam said as well. It's there's certain good things about the game that makes you not want to move on. For example, like in other words, like in Persona 5, you can walk around in Japan, but then you like spend a while in a palace. So
Yeah,
I sometimes like just make a save where I'm in the free roam mode and just go back to that, like because I don't want to carry on the.
You want to enjoy the game. Oh, that's one
Yeah.
thing that I enjoy doing. Like with me in Pokemon as well, particularly. I remember I was playing Pokemon Moon like last year. I was replaying the game, and I was like, I wasn't going straight for the story. I was actually going around collecting Pokemon and leveling them up, and then actually getting on with the story. I was just kind of getting a big strong team together. And then it was a bit annoying because with Pokemon Moon, actually, they kind of pushed the story down your throat a bit fast, so you can go to certain areas, and that was a bit annoying. But you know, that's how it is.
Yeah,
You know,
I think
so
one of my biggest criticisms about Arceus
Mm.
is because I like exploring so much. I wish there was more secrets. To find.
yeah, it's true. I love secrets.
Like I wish there was like some like hidden caves or like stuff like that you could find to like find cool
That would be
items and
good.
stuff.
Mm.
I mean, there are a
Every
few.
cave, every cave in the game is for a quest later down the line where you're led to it with like a marker and stuff.
Yeah, if you just
No, there are
discovered it, then-
3 on
yeah.
the coast which are hidden and they have murals in them, and there's no reason for them to be there, but they're just there.
Oh,
Are they the ones with the Reggies then? The Reggies item?
No, they're just completely
Oh.
normal. Like you surf on the water and go into these little things, and they have murals on the walls, but they mean nothing. So it's just little secrets.
Little secrets.
But like I just
Yeah.
like just feel like cool. I like exploring. So I wish there was more of that.
Mm.
Yeah.
Mm. Yeah, well, I think this is more of the final thought segment already. Rowan,
Yeah.
if you remember for the time stamping, Rowan, this is kind of the final thoughts. We've already finished the debate.
Wait, what? We're time stamping this episode.
Oh yeah.
Well, there's going to be like a timestamp every.
No.
30
The
seconds.
debate will just be one big thing. Don't worry about that.
Oh,
Like
right.
intro
yeah.
debate and then.
Yeah. This
Intro
is
debate,
this is final thoughts because we're just
thoughts,
talking
yeah.
about final things.
I was going to say if we were doing
yeah.
it for like topics, there would be
Mm.
like one every 40 seconds.
Yeah, no, there's no topics for this. That'd be shambles. but yeah, guys, I think we conclude the debate. I mean, we can't really, we've come to a sort of conclusion, really. You know, people like the storylines, people don't. It's
But
opinions.
there's
you
not
know,
going to be a winner because you guys aren't
Yeah.
going to be won over by what they say. So.
To be fair, though, that's
the fact
every
we're dead
debate.
have a winner.
To be fair, that's every debate in existence. Like,
Yeah.
that not many people like at the end go,
Win
you
the
know what,
actual
you
debate.
changed my mind. Like that doesn't really
Yeah.
happen.
I'm not looking to
Opinion's
change
set
your
in stone.
opinion.
Mm.
I
They
think
also
we need a
don't
boxing
like every
match.
part of it too.
Oh,
Wait,
yeah.
let everyone stop. And I just said I think we need a boxing match.
Mm.
I was thinking more knife
Yeah, when
fight.
did that happen?
Yeah, Judah,
should
you're
we do
gonna
this?
come over, yeah. So that means me and
Yeah.
you, yeah.
Oh, we could do the first YouTuber boxing match in our segment.
But this is bare
So,
knuckle
me versus
brawls,
Eli
yeah.
Turp.
No
Yeah, we'll
gloves,
do
no
a couple
nothing.
brawls. Yeah, it'll just be
And
bare
I'll fight
knuckles.
back.
It was
I'll punch your
advertised
teeth
as
out,
that, and
mate.
now
Yeah,
I'm
good luck.
disappointed because
Yeah.
I don't get to knock out Liam. Like,
Right, so Beth versus Liam. Here's how I'm gonna go. Beth versus Liam. First October 14th. All right. Beth versus Liam.
Oh,
Me
God.
versus Elijah. Who's the last two people left? I don't know,
Honestly, I
Ryan,
could
you're
take
there.
you and Rowan at once, honestly.
Oh no,
Oh.
Ryan,
No, you
Ryan's a boxer.
In
Ryan,
what
you're a boxer.
way?
Ryan's
wouldn't.
trained. Ryan, you're a boxer, so you would knock him out in 5 seconds. I
Am
wouldn't
I?
try Ryan.
I wouldn't call
Shh,
myself
Rowan.
a boxer.
Ryan, mate, I'm lying. I'm trying to save your ass here.
No,
Well,
but it's not going to happen.
well, it probably will actually. You never know. But here's the thing, right? About YouTube boxing matches. Usually with YouTube boxing, the two have beef. I don't have beef with Elijah.
I don't
apart
have
from the
beef with
afterwards.
any of you.
And
I
I
wouldn't-
can start
I-
beef.
Okay, all right.
Oh, I
Well,
can very easily start beef. We know this.
Mm.
I'd box.
It
I'd
is
box.
Beth-
I'd
Beth knows
box. I'd box one of you, either
Wait,
Liam or
do
Elijah.
I?
I'd knock you out. No chance. I'd knock you
You
both
know
out.
I'm good at starting arguments, Beth.
oh, don't I just?
Beth and Liam, you're
What
bullying.
does that
You
mean?
bully each other. This is funny. Off camera, you two just bully each other all the time.
Beth and Liam fight night, October 14th.
Days, no, the zone
Listen,
boxing.
I can, No, I can't.
Beth, would you box Liam? Would you be down? Do you think it'll be a knockout?
I don't know if you've seen the
If you
height
speak, you're in
difference.
trouble. That's the thing.
I don't know if you've seen the height difference between us.
What
I
is
think,
it?
yeah, Beth would win. I have!
What do you mean? No, you
I've seen the
haven't.
pictures. Here's the thing, right? I feel like...
Liam, how tall are you?
6'4".
Yeah.
What?
Oh,
exactly.
yeah, well, better height and reach then.
I'm glad I'm not against him, man.
No, yeah,
I mean,
Liam
I'm
is tall.
5'11".
I'm
but
I'm just 6 foot, though. I feel like me and Liam would be a good
You are
match.
not 6 foot.
I
Don't
am.
put that
I'm
on.
6
No,
foot.
Judah is
Beth.
actually like 6'1"
I am.
or 6 foot. He is really tall.
Yeah, I'm maybe 6. You've not seen me, Beth, in a long time. So,
Judah's very
You've
tall.
grown?
I'm taller than you, Beth.
No.
Yes.
Bull.
I came.
Bullshit.
No, not bullshit. No,
Rowan's
no.
pretty tall
I'm
too,
taller.
isn't he?
Yeah, Ryan's almost tall as he's almost 6'1", actually.
Yeah, yeah.
Ryan, you're either 6 or 6'1". I'm now. Last time I measured myself was 2 years ago, and I was 6. I've got taller since then, so I'm about 6'1" and a half.
I'm glad we can all
2
agree
years
that
ago
you're
you
all
were
short.
6. No, it wasn't 2 years ago. It was like last year.
No, how do you know when I measured myself? New debate here, Beth. No.
Yeah, I was gonna say
No.
this is the Arceus debate, and
This
we're
is the-
debating about who's tallest.
Just
Yeah, 'cause
saying,
that's
I
like-
do know Judah's height.
No, we know
because,
who's
like,
tallest.
Yeah,
2
Elijah
years
knows
ago,
my
he was
height.
6
Yeah,
foot.
of course, but we're
He
debating
was.
about height.
Elijah,
Yeah.
how tall are you?
Me. I'm 5'9".
No, the other Elijah,
Oh.
actually, but...
Is
You're
Elijah
what?
the smallest here then? What?
I'm a
I
small.
thought you were
I'm
taller.
small.
Than that. I thought you were taller than that though.
No, I'm 5'9".
To be fair, everyone in this debate room is actually tall. We are all tall people. Like all of you.
Yeah,
Beth,
yeah,
Beth
me
is tall
too,
as
yeah.
well.
That's a
Beth is tall.
6 foot.
Beth, you outgrew me once, but I've just outgrown you now. You're not 6'2". I'm about 6. I'm almost 6'2". I'm 6'1"
No,
and a half
I
now.
don't believe Rowan's 6 foot.
No,
I am.
he is. He is 6 foot. He is.
I was 5'11"
He is.
this time last year.
Oh,
You've not noticed, right? Rowan did a fitness journey, and now he's way taller than ever. Like
I did
Rowan came around my
notice
house
that,
last
Yeah, but the
week.
thing is
He was huge. I was like, what?
To be fair
was
though, yeah,
once
like
dropped as well, I
last
knew
time
that.
last time I measured myself was it was the middle of last year, and I was 5'11", so.
I
Yeah.
got measured at the doctor's, but they lied to me because they said that I was...
Why would they lie?
No.
Why?
hear
Why would
me
they
out.
lie?
No, hear me out. They measured me. They said
Okay.
I was 5'10" and a half, and I said no, because I don't want a half. I'm either you say I'm 6 foot or you say I'm 5'11".
But you can be half, that's the thing.
No. Because
She probably is
that-
6 foot.
No, that looks bad for my image. I'm not being 5'10" and a half. That's embarrassing.
5'10" and a half.
5'11". I have since moved up to 5'11", and it's either 5'11" or 6 foot.
I don't. I
Wait,
refuse
no,
to
hold
believe
on.
you're 6 foot,
Not
Beth.
being-
Hold on, Beth. Wait, doctors don't like tell you. They don't just go, "Oh, tell them a different like the height." Doctors don't do that. They tell you if you're short, they'll tell you
No,
you're
my
short. If you're tall, they'll
point
tell you you're
is that
tall.
I was my point is that I was actually 5'10" and a half, but I didn't want to believe it.
Oh, okay. I thought you literally meant that
embarrassing.
the doctor lied.
No, I'm not.
You guys just
5'10"
love
and a
debating about
half.
Pokemon Legends
Not
Arceus.
5'10"
I'm
and a
really
Yeah, I
enjoying
love-
it
I
right
know.
now.
This is great,
Should we just,
man.
It's been a great
5'11".
debate.
It's just depressing for me. I haven't grown in 4 years, honestly.
I mean,
This
neither
is why
have
I win the
to be fair.
fight.
I've been 6'4" for like 4 years.
Yeah, but I
Yeah.
love it though, because you just got like, yeah, I can stand behind you and I'm safe from the wild. It's great.
Yeah, but like.
Fat shaming me.
Whoa.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, but there was actually an arrangement for me, Liam, and Beth to go to this, Bradgate Park cow watching, but I'm kind of scared now. If I end up going, you're two going to murder each other, and now I'm going to have to call the police.
I'm
You're just
sorry.
like, oh, you're fat, you're tall.
I'm sorry. There's a plan to what?
No, okay, I'm not going to say that again. remember we had this plan like 2 years ago to go and watch cows in a field. What are they called, Beth?
Who's this we you're
did,
talking
Liam.
about?
We did, Liam. We did.
No.
No.
The plan that we had was to go to the place near you that was like a town shopping centre, Beth.
No, there was two.
No, there was two. The first arrangement was to go to see
I did not
cows.
get told about this other one.
Yeah,
no,
we're
That's
gonna,
news
we
to
got,
me.
Eli, me and you have got front row seats to this.
No, no. Listen, you remember the big cows that actually almost killed your dog, Liam? In Bradgate Park. No, Beacon Hill, that's it. Beacon Hill.
Oh, we're talking. Oh, no, now I know what
Yeah,
you're talking
yeah.
about. Okay, I remember
Yeah,
that.
Beacon Hill, not
Why
Bradgate Park, my
are
phone.
you leaking our location? Do you do this every episode?
No, Judah has doxed himself in the past.
I've doxed myself in the past, but no one cares. I'm not like I'm a millionaire. or
It's
famous.
Yeah,
fine. the
no one's gonna
no
come
one's-
all the way.
No one's
It's
come
fine.
around my house with
Well,
guns and be like, come out now, you don't like Pokemon Arceus.
No, it's all good. The cows can't kill my dog anymore. It's
And
fine.
plus, I can
Oh,
confirm, none of us
no,
live near Beacon
no.
Hill. That's actually...
Do not, no, please, I can't do it anymore, please. I'm not doing this anymore. Because they came on call And this is how they announced to me that one of their pets died. They said, Beth, guess how many pets I have left? I was like, Liam!
Wait, who? Oh, Liam. Oh.
What the heck? That's morbid as
I
shit.
said, oh, I don't know. And then they said, Liam! I was like, oh, great, okay.
Oh. Wait, what? Did he say it like that? It sounded like you're happy that.
No,
He actually say it in that tone.
Guess what? My dog died!
No, I was on call with everyone, and
Okay.
I had to mute as I found out. So then I unmuted and I was like, how do I tell them this has just happened?
Oh,
So I was just,
No,
I was,
the
Rowan,
rabbit at that
yeah.
point, I-
Timestamp, this is random shit talk.
random.
This is random. This is just random shit. Anyway, I think we should kind of zone it in now.
yeah.
Yeah.
Shut up, Beth.
Yeah, Beth,
What?
shut up. Yeah, Beth, shut up. Right, now. Okay, now we're
Why?
gonna... Sorry.
That's
Anyway.
literally the best guess. Why are you doing this?
Oh, yeah, Beth, I mean, I want to talk about this. How do you feel, Beth? This is actually true. Over 1,000 people voted that you were the best guest ever.
I don't believe it was 1,000, but okay.
It was over 1,000 people voted. We've
no,
even got
it
the old
wasn't.
episode
We
analytics.
don't, hang on. We don't have 1,000 listeners, do we?
We have 8,000, 11,000 almost.
Yeah, but they're not. They don't keep coming back. That's not every episode.
Yes, it is.
What?
Every single episode. Yeah, but it fluctuates, but there's popular people.
okay.
Yeah. Yeah. But here's the thing, right?
well,
It's not that much,
that's
though,
why
in
I came
terms of
back today.
podcasting. It's not that much. If to be
On
to
YouTube,
be
it's not that much. Well, YouTube, we get like 100 views.
yeah, YouTube's rubbish. But here's the thing: on podcasting, you need to have at least like 50,000 listeners to be really popping off on a podcast. We don't have that much. We have like 11,000, which is small in
That sucks.
podcast.
Sorry.
Yeah, it sucks. But but anyway, I think we've come to a good conclusion. Conclusion is I can't
You're
change
all
my
wrong.
mind. No, we're right.
No one's
Right.
wrong.
But for
right.
once,
No one's wrong or right.
The conclusion is it's an awful game. So we've moved on. Like we're.
Yeah. But the conclusion is there's no wrong or right answer. It's all about what you guys think. So let us know, guys, down below in the comments. But anyway, there you have it. The Pokemon Arceus debate is over. Or Arceus. I don't know how you pronounce it. Either Arceus or Arceus.
It's archaic.
Arceus. That's it. How I said it at the start.
It's
like
archaic
Arceus
and Deus
better,
put together.
Arceus. There we go. Who do you think won their case? Is the game really worth it? Which side was correct? Let us know at jrsgaming135@gmail.com. Thank you very much to everyone who worked on this long-awaited episode behind the scenes. You know who you are. And a huge thank you to Beth, Liam, and Elijah for coming on. Until the dust settles, it's a goodbye from us.